Closer, closer, closer than I ever been. Closer, closer, closer than I ever been. I just know we getting closer, 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 closer. I just know we getting closer, 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 closer than I ever been.
Yeah, I used to dream about showing the world what I dream about. Forget a mic, my whole life I thought it'd be the mouth. I guess it's fitting how life threw me the curveball. Pops told me work till you make it, man, then work more. I guess I took that to heart, cause I've been working harder now than I did at the start. And I won't stop till I get to the top, till I can give all of my fam all the things that they want. But there ain't no doubt I continue to be the doubted, but that's just motivating, so where would I be without it? Cause the same people asking why you're doing it will ask you how you did it. So fuck the critics, stay committed to your vision. They can't see it, it's yours. The top floor looks forward, you can get in the doors. But it's crazy what you can see with your eyes closed. That's why I stay in my grind mode. I know I'm getting closer,
closer, closer than I ever been.
Alrighty, welcome in. Welcome back.
Closer than I ever been. I just know we're getting closer.
Happy New York Saturday. Happy Tuesday. Let's go.
I just know we're getting closer, 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 closer than I ever been.
My whole life's been a chase, it's a gift and a curse. Was on my way up to the top and slipped into reverse. And the same thing I thought killed me brought out the real me.
Welcome in.
That's real, see.
What we got here
you
today?
gotta find what you love and let it kill you. Just gotta live with the will like Uncle Phil do. Cause on the real, everybody go through times when the sun don't shine. Don't know when our time will come, but it will come in time.
Gamer in the building.
I said it first, ain't no telling where I'm headed. So this is for the people that was with me when I said it. And when I said it, I meant it, I swear I won't forget it. To my family and my friends, I'm forever indebted.
Closer, closer, closer.
What to do? Trey Young in the building. There he is. Price Action Kev, great to be back on YouTube. Clubhouse, how we feeling? How we feeling? Welcome in. Welcome in. NK Cash in the house.
Closer than I ever been.
You start losing your mind when you're gone all the time and you always on the move. And you try to remind yourself it's gonna be fine, and you're hoping that it's true. You start losing your mind when you're gone all the time, and you're always on the move.
Alright, DJ Scratchers.
Let's
get it. What up, Steven B in the building? There he is. What up, Ron? What up, Welcome in. Happy Tuesday. Happy Tuesday. What up, Woke? What's up, Angel? Katie in the house. Stanky P in the building. Moonchild is here. Let's get it. How you guys doing? Well, Ken Hard in the building. Yo, the winners are here. The winners are here, C Melly. Let's get it. What up, Vashon? Good to see y'all. Welcome in, everyone. Welcome in. T. Callahan in the house. Happy Tuesday, gang. Happy Tuesday. Welcome back. Welcome back to another New York session. Sim Z in the house. Let's go. Mr. Lopez is here. There it is. There it is. All right. All right. Well, let's do this, man. Welcome in, everyone. Welcome in. Chat. It's been a minute. It's been, since Thursday. Yeah. Been a couple days. I hope you guys are doing well. Hope you guys have had a great weekend and you're off to a good start here this week. And we are back in full swing. So we're ready to go. I hope you guys are ready to go. Let's dial this in real quick. Let me go ahead and pray just to give thanks for this opportunity to be here today, and then we'll get the party started, all right? All right, Father God, we thank you for this moment, Lord. We thank you for bringing us together here. We pray that you would give us clear minds, that you would guide our steps and guard our hearts as we move through this session here today. We thank you for the rain that's being poured down, the blessings that are being poured down, and I just pray for each and every individual in this stream today. I pray you would give them peace, help them develop discipline, give them wisdom and focus for the mission here today, Lord. We thank you and we give you the glory in Jesus' name. Amen. Amen. Let's do it. Let's do it. Welcome in. Welcome in. Showtime. Shall we dance? Shall we dance, my friends? All right, let's get into it. Yesterday was a big bank holiday here in the U.S. I think we had a bank holiday in multiple other places as well, but we are in the clear now. So we are back. It is the 26th day of May. I feel like it was just the first week of May, not too long ago. So pretty interesting. Month continuing to fly by here. Sheesh, I mean the year has flown by here. So we are moving into the halfway point, and I hope you guys had a good first half. I hope. I mean, that's a good question, right? How was your first half? How was the first half of the game, right? Did you set out and accomplish what you set out to do? Did you get better? Maybe you're not exactly where you want to be, but maybe you're better, or maybe, just maybe, you've actually gotten worse. Maybe you've actually trailed backwards a little bit, and this is your sign, this is your message to tighten up, lock back in and make sure you're staying consistent for the long haul. The year is a long year, and it's not easy to stay consistent, and you need these friendly reminders from time to time from the general, so to speak. So those are your marching orders midway through the year. Time to look at that front half of the year, see how you did, see how your performance went, and it's time to lock in for the second half, right? All right, game time, baby. Championship half, right? This is where the champions rise. So let's talk about it today. We don't really have much going on. There's a bunch of red folders, but nothing concerning the U.S. dollar here too much today. So we should be pretty clear for the most part. I think tomorrow we get some red folder, but we'll focus on tomorrow. I think all we have here is this consumer confidence stuff that we got going on, and that shouldn't be too crazy. So let's go ahead and get into the charts. Let's do a fresh top-down analysis. If you guys can, give the stream a like for me. Sub to the channel if you haven't already, and let's have a good day here, right? All right, cool. Clubhouse, talk to me. Let me know about the music. We should be good. Philippe is in the house. All right, Philippe is here. We good? Talk to me on the music. Good. Okay. All right, let's do it. I'm assuming that you guys like the stream already. Friendly reminder to like it. And if you're not subbed to the channel, subscribe to the channel here and lock in. Not many traders are out here doing what we're doing, providing extreme amount of value that you can use on the charts and off the charts. All right, so pay attention. Don't take it for granted, and let's lock in here. So let's talk about gold. This is the daily time frame. Let's run through a fresh top-down analysis and see what we can really come up with here today. So Goldie. All right, so we talked about this last night in Asian session. You basically have this, candle closure right at resistance here. So you've got some resistance on the daily right over here. You've also got support, right? So this candle is now, it broke the highs, or it didn't break the highs actually, kind of just missed the high there, ended up coming down, breaking the previous candle's low, and now driving straight into that support level, right? I think it's pretty obvious that price wants to drive into support at this point, and then from there we'll see where price wants to go and what market structure is looking like. But overall, very bearish for the most part, but we might be able to catch some opportunities to come back up here today, just depending on, again, those lower time frames. I think the daily is almost completed its mission to the downside, so we may again be looking for those counter trend moves on the way up here in the New York session. So let's drop down to the 4 hour. Doesn't look like we've pulled back at all here on the 4 hour chart. We are coming into support. We have tapped into that level. As you can see, there's a bunch of rejections here, and looks like we filled the gap at this point. The gap has been filled. Beautiful move down here on gold, right? Nothing nothing special. Just, you really couldn't see this coming right off of this range right here, but ultimately once that candle closed, this candle here, that pretty much gave us the green light to continue shorting the gold market here down into that support. So it looks like support was hit on that last 4 hour candle. This guy is just, I guess, making a last run, probably trying to target this level, aka those daily lows there. So let's see how the 4 hour does as we push through, see if we start to reject anywhere. But you gotta realize that we do have support, right? We have support coming here now. We are tapping into that area. I think our next level is probably somewhere down here in these wicks and this little minor support. So could we see a continued push through this range on the 4 hour? That we'll have to see based off of the lower time frames again. So let's drop down to the 1 hour. 1 hour is moving down here, so you've got support, right? Let me make that let's just make it white. White, there we go, perfect. All right, so you got support sitting here. We have resistance over here at 45, 43, and that's basically our range. I think the breakout would have been nice had this red candle maybe closed, I don't know, somewhat more so over here, right? But being that we've closed down here, we've basically filled that entire range at the moment. So I see something over here. This is where I'm going to actually start to use a bit of an observation zone, right? So I'm going to use this 46.86 zone here between 46.86 and 45.05 as a little bit of an observation zone, right? Last couple times, let me get rid of that arrow. Last couple times we came in, we kind of rejected out, right? We came in, we rejected out, came in and pushed back out of there. So if we can get maybe a nice little threat right into that zone, and then we catch some sort of bullish confirmations, I think that we will be able to actually look for longs, right, to go back up. So something like this, where we kind of reject out, close maybe bearish, you get yourself a bullish candle that makes sense, right? Some type of support here, and then we can look to take buys coming back into the 45.22 area, and then probably get out of those buys from there. Just because everything is so heavily bearish, I think we need a little bit of a pullback, and that's probably the pullback we'll get here. So if we can kind of come out of this observation zone and reject just like we've done in the past here, then I think the buys should be good to play out. If we cannot claim those buys, right, if we cannot get involved in those buys, then I would say let's wait for something like this, where maybe you stay below the range, right, and then we start to form a brand new resistance here, right, kind of create a new resistance, and then we can look for the sells to come back down. So that's pretty much my thoughts on some buys, some sells in the range that we're in. The other option for the buys would be simply have another candle come up, right? We close back in the range. Maybe we reject that observation zone. We get a little pullback within that range, you know, maybe something like this, where price kind of forms a little bit of structure, and then a clean closure back above 43 will do the trick for me here today. So we also have a lot of clean range above there, and then I'd be open to taking that buy as well. But first we would probably need that sort of move up, retracement, support being formed, you know, something like this, support here, and then getting a nice clean closure above. At that point, we'll have all that clean range to the left, and as we've seen, you know, a couple times in the past, price tends to, you know, move up here. So that's pretty much what I'll be looking at here today for opportunities. If it doesn't look like really either one of those, then I'm probably not interested in it. Not really too fond of the sells at the moment, but if we can pull back and stay below 22, I think we got an opportunity to take more sells. If not, then I think maybe we can take some buys right from 4,500 and then look for the move back up to 22 and see how price reacts then. So that's yeah, that's pretty much it for me. Let's use this. Let me just mark this up here, and my bad for all the lines here. Let me just, yeah, I think we could probably get rid of this guy for now. So let's get rid of this guy. Let's get rid of this guy. We don't need him. We don't need him. All we really need at the moment is our observation zone and that 45.22 zone here. So that's pretty much it. We'll see what happens as we approach that zone. And if we have an opportunity to buy back up, then we will go ahead and, or I will go ahead and do that. And then if you guys like it too, you can get involved as well. So we'll see what happens. That's it for me for now, though. We'll wait patiently and see if we can either get a retracement or a nice move back up here. So that's it. That is that, my friends. That is that. We're in a little bit of a funky area. We want to see how price starts to, you know, react to this overall zone. But in the past, it looks like we have rejected and moved straight back out of there. So we'll wait for that here today. And when it comes, if it comes, we'll be there to execute. All right. Cool. All right, let's do it. What up, Pablo? How you feeling? How you feeling? It's been a minute. It's been yeah, it's been since Thursday. We haven't been on the live stream. So we've been in the clubhouse every day, but YouTube, we missed you. We missed you, man. Yeah, let's look at NQ here while we're at it, and let's do a fresh analysis here so we can kind of see what we're looking at for the day. So NQ just continuing to move up bullish, right? Day after day, we had a nice little daily pullback, and then we started popping right back up. It looks like we gapped up here to open the week. We closed strong bullish there on Monday, and now Tuesday's candle looks like it's about ready to continue the move up here. So 4 hour looking very, very bullish at the moment. 1 hour also very bullish, but I think what we need to see here is probably what what would we want to see here? Let's look at the 30. We actually got it on the 30. A little bit of a break and retest. You got a little range here on the 30-minute time frame. This candle closed in no bottom wick. So, yeah, I think you got our ranges pretty good here. So, sells below this 854 level on NQ, and then buys back above here, right? Anything back above 29, whatever this is, 897 looks good for buy. So I don't know about the the closure maybe on this candle. I think at this point you might want to wait for, since you already missed that bigger move, you might as well just wait for a new support, right? Let price kind of do its thing in that range, maybe come back down, and then look to buy, right, off of any sort of support level if you get that opportunity and that structure to form up here above this level here. So that's pretty much the best move, I'd say, on the NQ here for the buys. Wait for some structure just like you got here, get it here, and then start going long again. So yeah, we'll be prepared for it. We'll see if it plays out. If it does, we'll see how we can get ourselves involved. All right, that's that. What up, Cam? Man, I'm grateful, brother. I'm grateful. I'm doing fantastic. Just happy to be here and happy to have you guys here. Happy that you're all here safe, and we've been I don't know, we've had a couple days here, so just grateful to be with y'all. Grateful to be here. Grateful everyone made it back safe and sound, and we're all moving forward, and we all got dreams, and we all got goals, and we're all aligned here. The alignment, the collective consciousness, so to speak, is absolutely at work. What up, Jay Coop? Hey yo. What's poppin'? Clubhouse, how you guys feeling? W Asian session last night. We haven't filled the gap. I think we filled the gap, brother. Yeah, gap's right here. The gap. The good old gap. What up, Riz? He's here. What's good? I feel like it's been a couple days. Oh, the Knicks won last night, right? Nice. Where are all the Knicks fans at? Yeehaw. Woo! Let's go. So what does that mean? Knicks in the finals? Don't tell me that. Is that actually true? Or is it like the final round of the playoffs? NBA finals? Wow. Damn. Oh, for NQ. Oh, my bad. I'm sorry about that. NQ. I'm so sorry. Gap. Where is the gap? Oh, down here. Yeah, possibly. So just so bullish. NQ so bullish here. Oh, the finals. Okay. All right. And who are they playing? Or do we don't know that yet? What are the two teams that are playing for the finals? On the West. On the Western Conference. I still got my terminology. I still know the terminology. What two teams are battling for the finals in the Western Conference right now? That sounds good. Oh, Spurs or Thunder. Okay. All right. Tim Duncan about to show out. Ginobili getting it done. They still got Parker? Don't tell me that boy Tony Parker still going in the paint. Still getting reckless in the paint. All right, cool. Here's our little rejection. Starting to break the highs now too, which is nice. Got some consolidation on the 15. All right, we might have a nice little clean range forming up on the 15 as well here. 17 minutes on all the closures, so we'll be hanging out and waiting for those. Webby. What's the biggest sport in the U.S.? I think, I don't know. Entrepreneurship? No, that's probably like the least popular one. I think it would probably either be football or baseball, I would assume. boy Tim Duncan. It's a problem. All right, 15-minute, gonna close here too, but it's 8:45. I think I'm cool with waiting on the 1 hour closure here. That's gonna be our, when we're in a tricky area like this, you wanna wait on the best closures, right? So the best closure here is gonna be a 1 hour closure because that'll give us 1 hour, 30, and 15-minute closures, give us some clean direction as well. We don't wanna get long too quickly here. All right, not too quick. We need confirmations. We need good confirmations. Football? Yeah, it might be football. Hey, I mean, everyone got Google. Just ask Google. Yo, missed you guys too. Yeah, missed you guys too. Welcome back in. Welcome back. We've been live every day in the clubhouse. We had a phenomenal webinar as well on Saturday in the clubhouse. But everyone on YouTube, welcome back. We missed you guys. We missed ya. Derek Fisher. Yo, is John Stark still playing? What about Charlie Ward? Anyone remember him? My dog Allen Houston. The Knicks got a good lineup, right? Latrell Sprewell, he's still on the team, right? J. Koo, what you know about Larry Johnson on the New York Knicks? Talk to me. I heard Patrick Ewing's been playing really good. Paul Pierce. Yo, that man Paul Pierce, though. Yeah, they do call, they call football, soccer, exactly. Soccer, football. What do I tell my family when they ask me what I'm doing, how to explain trading? I would just recommend not explaining trading. I don't think you should really tell your family that you're day trading. I just, no reason to share too much information, all right? And plead the fifth. Everyone doesn't have to know everything about your life, right? Try and keep a very low key. Growing up, we learned very quickly not to be too loud. All right, there were things that we were doing that we did not want to draw attention to us. So we learned to keep it very quiet, right? So no matter what it was that we were doing, the only people that knew about it were the people that needed to know about it, right? So when it comes to trading, I really don't think your family needs to know much about what you're doing. They probably don't even care, right? So I would just say, I'm in software engineer or whatever it is that you're doing, right? Whatever it is that you do full time that they're already aware of, just tell them that you're doing that and that you're doing well. Yeah. I wouldn't say I'm doing day trading on the side and I'm going to make money and jobs are stupid and my mentor Nick told me, get rid of my job. Don't say any of that. Don't even say any of that, right? Just don't even tell people what you're doing. That's what I would recommend. What's up, Profits Pilot? What's goody? Man, Latrell Sprewell, one of my favorite Knicks. Dude was a hothead. What are you doing on the computer all the time? I plead the fifth. Don't ask questions. It's tough because Mr. V taught me very early, like, once you go after something great and you start to go against the grain, you will experience violent opposition from mediocre minds. And unfortunately, our family, in most cases, are very mediocre. And it's not that they don't love us. It's not that they don't care about us. They actually do, right? That's why they're trying to, keep us safe out here in the jungle. They say, no. Listen, the zookeeper will just feed us, and we won't have to go out in that jungle. It's very dangerous out there, son. Stay right here. You'll get a good meal 3 times a day, right? This is good, right? They're telling you that because they love you. They don't want to see you go out in the jungle and get, destroyed, right? But you know, out in the jungle is where the freedom lies, right? So you got to be willing to take that. You know, if you're someone who's already open to that, somebody who's already feeling that, you gotta, you know, step into that calling and go out there, you know, and try and win. But that doesn't mean you have to tell everyone about it. So I would just say try not to spill too much of the beans and just keep it very, very short. Yeah. What up, Zach? Golf guy? Yeah, you know, I'm a golf guy. We do a little golfing. I have to golf today. Now I'll be put to the test. Do I really like golf? Can I enjoy playing it alone? We'll see. Good move out of here, Gold. Good move. Nice rejection on the 30. Beautiful rejection on the 1 hour. 4 hour rejecting. Lovely. They didn't name the rims? Yo, the Spreewell spinning, baby. What up, Spidey? Yeah, they did name the rims. Yeah, they did. You regret it once you spill the beans? You kind of do. You know, and then you also you're not prepared to defend yourself, nor should you ever have to defend yourself, right? For going after your dreams and your goals. And again, you know, I say this from time to time, but the people who want the best for you, like your family members, they're not always the people who know what's best for you, right? So a lot of times you could be given this heartfelt, genuine feedback and advice from a family member, but if they work at Burger King and they're in debt and they're divorced and they have no money, then why in the world would you be listening to them about making money, having a bright future, and becoming the best version of yourself, right? So any type of advice that you get, you have to check the fruit on that tree and say, hey, is that worth listening to? Right? Now, look, if it's not worth listening to, you don't say, Mom, shut up. You amounted to nothing in life. You still work at Burger King. You don't say that. You just say, hey, Mom, thank you. I appreciate you. I love you. Thanks for thinking about me like that. I'll definitely take into consideration what you say. Yeah, absolutely. Love you. Anyways, what's our next topic, right? So, yeah, there's a right way to do it and a wrong way to do it. If you go say, you don't know what you're talking about and blah, 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 then all of a sudden that's going to create friction between you and your mom, and you don't want that. I watch candles and I know. Let's go, Stephen B. Facts. My question is, why do they even think that they can tell you what to do? Are you not the wild child? That range 2 breakout on the 15 would have been good if there was a top wick. Yeah, it would have been better. I don't think I would have taken it regardless, just because 1 hour, but yeah. We'll see what happens here. We got a big 1 hour closure coming up. So I guess we can put our zone back because we did have a 1 hour zone sitting here. So see if we stay below it or get back above it here. Would have loved to take buys from down here. We just didn't get our shot. Wish you guys all the best. Hey, thank you so much. Same to you. I know it's against the playbook, but did you ever, or do you still think it's a good trade to take an impulse after the 4 hour rejection? I mean, yeah, only if I get a playbook setup though, out of it, you know. So if I get like a fade or an inverted celery, then absolutely. But you know, without a playbook setup, I would never, ever get involved in the market. Right, babe? Ever. My kids are counting on me, man. I can't be going to, just taking a random trade just because something's out of target. So I never break the plan, ever. You see how that's just my natural identity now? It's just what I want to do. I would never want to break the plan. I would never really want to go against or take a trade without a, you know, playbook set up in front of me. Bump. What color is your Bugatti? Thoughts on the inverted celery on gold? Wait, thoughts on the inverted celery gold if gold moves down? No, not here. If you're talking about here, you can't. I mean, you can, but like, I wouldn't recommend doing it there, right? I think this is more designed for a little bit of a rejection zone than to take a trade in. So I'm not sure if you were talking about this area, but this area I would rather wait. See how we broke the lows there? And then, you know, pop back up. So usually that's going to happen. You'll break the low, come down into that zone, and then start popping back up. So, yeah, I don't think the inverted celery would have been a good idea there. What up, FX M class? You got the M class. Is there an M class? I don't think there's an M class, right? C class, E class, S class. Five videos into the play, but I'm telling you, I can feel my mindset shifting already. I love that. I love that. That's awesome. Are you talking about the course? I love it. Love it. Let's get it. Amazing. What time frame do you usually consider a breakout good enough? It's not about that. There's not like one singular, you know, answer to that. Like sometimes it'll happen on the 1 hour. Sometimes the 15 will already have the breakout, but we're still waiting on the 30. So it just depends. You know, it just depends really which zone is the strongest on which time frame. Some days you're gonna be able to use that 15-minute zone there. Like some days you're just gonna be able to say, hey, we can really tighten up on our ranges here on price. There's a lot of volume coming in, and we could look for, you know, that opportunity right there on the 15. In this case, when you still have a 1 hour closure coming up, right? Maybe, and you don't have much direction, maybe it's best now to wait for a 1 hour closure, right? And see if your 1 hour candle can close like bullish, ideally like way down here. We moved up a little bit much here, but if you had a 1 hour candle closing there, right, that would be your best bet. So you have like a 15-minute celery, 30-minute onion, 1 hour onion. So it's not just one. There's like not just one time frame to say, hey, this is where the best breakout's going to be, because sometimes technically the higher the time frame, the stronger the data. So that in that case, it would be a 1 hour breakout, but you may miss the whole entire move, right? If you wait on a 1 hour breakout where you maybe could have gotten your opportunity on the 15 minutes. So it's always different. You know, every day, every scenario is a little bit unique in its own way. 30-minute fade at 7 a.m. Yeah, not bad here. Not bad at all. Yeah, nice clean move. It looks like price is moving down, creating higher lows, right? Kind of coming down, creating new higher lows and stuff like that. That's why I'm still interested in potential, you know, if we stay below here, waiting for a potential resistance to form, right? Just like we did here and here, and then taking the sells back down. But again, we've officially tapped into a good target now, so that may or may not work out. I've been here in 3 months. It's been unreal. Okay, let's go. W. My trading has changed a lot. Amazing. Congratulations. Imagine you've been here for 3 months. Imagine another 3 months. Imagine 12 months down the road, right? So if you imagine this time, imagine a May next year. If you actually stayed consistent, showed up every day, I mean, it would be so hard not to understand how to win, right? Like you come here every day for the next year, build on the momentum and the foundation that you're building now. I don't see how you can't be looking at a decently profitable trading business at that time. Just locking myself in the room after the gym in the evenings, blocking out. Oh, I love that. Yep. Getting in the bunker. Just me, the course, and a pen and a pad. I love it, man. I love it. I got to show you guys some of my notebooks from when I studied Raja's course and all that stuff. I got to show you, man. It's unbelievable. I didn't take a trade in Asian session last night. Nope. 12 months ago, I was a signal trader. You've graduated. You've advanced. I think we've all been signal traders at once. Some of you guys are signal traders now, not even knowing that that's never going to work. It's going to take you like another month of hearing me yap for you to realize, you know what? Maybe the signal thing doesn't work. I'm going to have to learn. Oh, shucks. Wow, amazing. I love this. Got a 6-month membership for my birthday. Most people are going buying themselves a stupid Gucci belt, right? My guy's about to be able to buy as many Gucci belts as he wants if he ever wants any. So he gets in for 6 months. He's now seen the last 2 months being profitable. Imagine, yeah. Now, like I said to the other guy, you know, imagine 2 months from now, and then 2 months after that, and 2 months after that, and where you could possibly be, you know, at this time next year, really, really getting the job done. So, yeah, stay steady, my friend. Stay steady. All right, we got a closure here. So we do have a 1-hour closure. We did close bullish. We also have a 30-minute closure that also closed bullish. 15-minute made its way up here. So I like the buys. I mean, if we can create some type of structure on the 15 while developing that 1-hour bottom wick, that's going to be best. If not, I'm going to wait for potential sells still, right? I mean, we stayed below 45.22 here, so this could just be a nice push up liquidity grab, right, for price to stay bearish and continue moving down now, right? I mean, look at the downtrend that we're looking at. As you can see right here, you'll have this, all this, right, these candles just moving on down. So could we continue ourselves, right? I think we can. So let's see, we close below. That's a big sign that we could remain bearish. Maybe we get a nice little push up on this new candle and then come back down, close bearish, and then we can look for these selling opportunities and just keep milking the shorts out of gold here today. Yep. If you like the buys, best of luck. We closed below that zone there, so that's probably not going to be good enough for me. Let's move this up a little bit. Boom. All right, I think that's what we've got here now. Yeah, until we get above 22, there will be pretty much no buys for me. Nothing. Let me just move this, clone it. All right. So keep in mind, right, before price broke out of the range, this was the range, right? So anytime price breaks out of a range, there's a very high chance before making a big move, we will retest the range. Hence why you potentially see, you know, the move, right? The bearish move here, boom, 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 move down, possible retest now to continue moving bearish. So being that we close below, I'll wait for that opportunity. If not, then I'll take some range 2 buys above or something like that. But anything below there is going to be clean for selling still. And then we also have this zone here that we want to continue to take advantage of, all the way in here. I've translated the forex mindset into Dutch. Hey, that's amazing. That's awesome. Nice. What's up, Damien? What's goody? What's goody? Yeah, this is good. We want to see a nice push up here without much of a lower wick would be fantastic. Yeah, some push into this area here at like 30, 31 would be great. Am I considering the inverted waterfall? Yes. Yes. Waterfalls are coming. What up, 808? A support and resistance on the 15. Yeah, that'd be great. Yeah, so that's what it looks like on the 15. You know, just a nice resistance here. The only other option is probably if we get, so the 1 hour lower wick, right? So if that can kind of maybe do something like this, where we kind of make that lower wick, close bearish, and then get another bullish candle closure back above that, then I think the 1 hour will be ready to go here. Yeah, something like that. But we'll see. We'll see. Probably got to wait 11 minutes on this closure. Did I see my boy Lights Fire in here? I think I seen Lights Fire cruising through the chat. I think so. I think so. The game plan to go up to retrace back up to the 1 hour candle. Yeah, I think just some sort of you need a new support now. You know, some type of support formed, and then we can look to move back up. But keep in mind the 1 hour did close below. You know, so buys aren't even that appetizing to me at the moment. Yeah, would love to see a resistance here. Come 9:15, 9:30, maybe even price closes bullish, right at 9 from 9 to 9:15. You get 9:15 to 9:30 to close like that, and then you already know what's up. All right, 9:30, we break the lows, we get in for the sells. How you doing? Just wait on it. All right, let's check out the boys in Zoom. Clinky in the building. How you doing?
How you doing?
What's
up, man?
How are you, brother?
What's up? How we feeling?
Excellent. How are you?
Yes, sir. Incredible, man. Fantastic.
Fantastic. Give me 1 sec. Let's get him up. Johnny Gem
Yes,
should be
sir.
here shortly.
Probably. Yeah, he was in London too, so
Nice.
should be here any minutes.
He was in Asian. He was in London. He was in New York. He's
everywhere.
Superman.
Yeah, I was thinking the same here with gold. I like sales coming back down too here,
Same.
even though we are supporting all that.
I think we got more in the tank to go down.
Yeah, we certainly have like a wicks to fill too, so it's not really bad here.
Daily candle just unleashed.
Oh, literally.
Unleashed. And then the 1 hour closing below kind of really makes it tough to take the buy here. So
Yeah, true. Yeah, I want to structure first before any buys there too. I can't really take it right there.
yep. Can you help me where'd that go? Can you help me better understand confirmations and be more patient with my trading? Of course, you know, just come here every day. KCP, you know, there's some things that I can't get across to you in a sentence. There's some things where you just gotta watch and learn. You know, you just gotta be here every day. You gotta see us do the same things over and over. Keep a composed mind day in and day out, right? Once you see us do what we do on a day-to-day, that will just naturally, right, by law, start to help you become more patient, look for or have an idea of what the better entries are based off of what we do and what we look for. And yeah, just keep showing up. I mean, it's gonna take a little bit of time to learn, but time is all we got. Time is all we got. Nick, Johnny, Joey, Johnny, Joey, Jimmy. Do I like the break of the 15 low? No, because that could just be the 1 hour low, right? Kind of coming down, make a low, and then pop back up there. So yeah, I'd rather wait for a confirmation at least on the 15 minute. Not saying that if we break that low, we can't drive all the way down. I just, you know, I need some confirmation here.
Yep.
It's not that bad.
Famous 8 minutes here.
Yeah. I'd like the
bad,
price
though,
to stay put. You know, something like this would be great, but I don't have control over that. So
We'll just wait and see. Otherwise, some buys might be coming up here too at some point.
the only thing I've got control over is my my own actions. You know, my own thoughts. So I don't really act until I got that opportunity. So I wouldn't say this is like a current candle fade. You know what I mean? It's just not there. It's everything is just still too bullish. Big rejection on the 4 hour, 1 hour closing very strong bullish, right? This could you know, this could just activate sellers on the break of that low as it comes down and make a 1 hour low and then just keep moving up. So I don't want to get caught up in that. So I'd rather see a good confirmed closure and then go ahead and take an opportunity. Knock, knock, knock. How do you convince yourself when you take an L that everything will be fine by the end of the month? I don't have to convince myself because I just take L's that line up with probability. So I don't deviate from the playbook. That's how I know I'll be fine at the end of every month. So when I take an L, I go, is that a playbook setup? 9 out of 10 times I could say yes. And I go, cool, I'll be good at the end of the month. Because I've done it so many times that I know 1, 2, 3 losses aren't going to hurt me at all, right? If I stay consistent to my plan day in and day out. So again, if you're following the profitable trading plan, then a couple losses are built into that plan. They're designed to be there. So I don't have a problem with taking losses ever.
Exactly, man. When you have a system and it works, I mean, you just got to put the pressure on the system, not yourself. So step out the way and just let the system play.
Facts. That was one of the most liberating feelings ever in my trading career, was the fact that I didn't have to be that guy, that the system would make me look good, that the system would actually get the money for me. I just had to make sure I did my job, which was following it. So notice how every day, that's what I preach to do. That's what I exemplify, is I will not do anything unless the plan tells me to do it. And that way I know if I do take a loss, it's fine. I'll get that back because the plan told me to get in there, right? And the plan has, if I don't know, after every 10 trades, based off the data, not because I say it, but based off of what the data says, right? I know that, you know, out of those 10 trades, you know, 7 are going to be winners, maybe, you know, 2 or 3 are going to be losers, and that'll be fine. You know, I'll be okay with that at the end of every month. So yeah, I think you only get nervous when you're not following plan, not following edge. So stay locked in on edge, and that will, you know, again, guide you to profitability. Yeah, take the pressure off. Take the pressure off. No need for you to be that guy. You don't need to be that eight-figure day trader. You just gotta, you know, act like an 8-figure day trader, and don't, you know, deviate outside of the proven plan. Dada, yeah. Follow Dada. Damn, no way. There's still a little bit of delay on YouTube. That's crazy. I gotta look into that today. I thought we fixed it. Give me another day. Let's see what we could do. I think that's a big deal. I'd rather it not be a 20-second delay. Hey. Oh, 6-second delay for most people. All right.
I think it's like 6 to 10, something around there.
Yep, felt so good when I got there mentally. Yeah, it's a mentality, right? It's a destination that you arrive at mentally, and then you start to apply that. And I really haven't taken a trade, like a trade without a playbook setup in a couple years. Like maybe I took a couple, you know, made some mistakes here and there, like, you know, a handful of mistakes over the last. And when I say a handful, I legit mean a handful, like maybe 5 to 10 mistakes over the last 4 years, you know. So I don't really trade outside of the plan or the playbook or the edge ever. There's no point, right? The point here is to make money. So I want to, you know, the edge is what makes the money. I don't make the money, the edge makes the money, right? So, and the beautiful part about that is, you know, now when you lose trades, you don't have to be so upset. You don't have to say, oh, do I know what I'm doing? Do I still need to work on things? What is it about me? Why can't I win? Blah, 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 right? You don't have to go through all that. All the pressure is on the playbook. So it's very easy now to, you know, say, hey, when I lose, I don't have to feel down because I took a beautiful playbook setup. It was all according to plan, and I can live with that loss. And same thing when you win. You know, when you get these big wins, and you know, sometimes we take a lot of wins in a row. and it's very easy to jump up and down and think you're the man. But again, you know, you got to point it back to the playbook. It's like, all right, playbook got me that win. Let me not get too over cocky. Let me not get too overconfident, and let me just stay right here, right in my lane, and continue to just plug away, you know, and make money. So yeah, that's kind of my mentality behind it. Sandman in the building. Let's go. Let's get it. Mental hacks, baby. Yep. And then then you shift into that probability mindset, and then that's what leads to profitability, right? That probability mindset. That's the only thing that'll really keep you like on the beaten path, is understanding that losses are all good. They're a part of the probability, and you can take those without any sort of like, I don't know, just worry about whether or not you can still be profitable at the end of the month. How's everyone's year going so far? How's your year going? There's going to probably be 3 categories of people. Some people, they make commitments and they have been sticking to them. And congratulations, my friends, because that's who gets rewarded. So shout out to those who have stayed consistent all throughout the year, set goals in January, and have continued to follow through on them. You're also going to have other people who, you know, maybe your goal wasn't necessarily to get a whole bunch of payouts, but just to improve, to put yourself in position to contend, right, a little bit in the game, and you guys are there now. So congratulations. And for those of you guys that have made mistakes and continued making them, you know, as you can see, time is not the answer, right? Just because you're doing it longer doesn't necessarily mean you're going to make money. So without making those improvements and changes, you will continue to struggle, right? So identify what it is and get rid of those bad habits and bad decision making so you can move on. Move on with it. All right, so we got a 15 closure. We did close bearish. I actually don't mind the closure at all here. So let's see if we can get a decent top wick. I'd say somewhere up towards like 45.22, and then we can potentially set a sell stop. And if we don't like that, then we could always wait on the 30-minute closure here and wait for 9:30 as well. Yes, sir. So you got to be honest with yourself. You got to look at yourself in the mirror and say, well, which one am I? You know, have I progressed in this year, or have I remained the same? Because as I said on my story yesterday, you know, trading might just be around to bring out the best in you. All right, might just be around to bring out the best in you. All right, let's see if we can get a low out of this candle. Let's take a look at the stop loss placement. About roughly about 100 pips, so not too bad at all, actually. 30-minute trying to move down. This will be the re-break of the 30-minute lows here as well. If we break that low, same deal with the 1 hour. So now we've officially broke the 1 hour candle low once, and I think we actually broke it twice. We can look for these short opportunities. So I'm gonna have a sell stop right on the break of that previous candle low here. Gonna go probably half risk. I think if we can. If our entry waits on the closure of the 30-minute, I will probably run this up to full risk at that point. But with this 15, I'm going to go half. If we get the 30-minute closure without getting activated, then I will look to go full here on this. So that's kind of my plan. Boom, 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 boom. Let's get it set up. Stops would be above the highs here, so they're about 100 pips. So let's talk about this trade here. So for management, you got about 60 pips down into like a partial TP area, and then you've got this wick fill, which is about 160 pips away, and that would probably be, you know, the 4 hour candle running all the way back down, re-breaking its low, and just continuing this this bearish move on the daily here. So yeah, we'll see what happens. But as of right now, I got a sell stop, half risk on the table. We'll see if we can break the lows, get involved, and if we don't get activated, then we'll wait on the 30 closure, and if that 30-minute candle can close below, then we'll revisit the selling idea. Why wasn't I active last week? I was active. We were just in the clubhouse, but it's very difficult to stream on YouTube while I'm traveling. So I was doing some traveling. I was in New York for a couple days. So we just, clubhouse is a lot easier to get on with Zoom and all that. So yeah, that's where I've been. I've been in the rainy, gray New York.
Oh wow, was it rainy and gray?
The whole time.
Sheesh, man.
But I didn't mind it. I didn't mind it though.
No.
Yeah, it was pretty good.
I mean, it's something else from Florida, of course.
Yeah, it broke things up a little bit. How's the music? Is it too loud?
That's good here.
Yeah, okay.
It's all right.
Yeah, I'm still open for the selling opportunities. Yes. Look at our downtrend that we're looking at, at the moment. It's just like price coming down, creating a high, creating a lower high, right? Possible lower high here to continue moving bearish. So I like the move down still. I think we can kind of retest that 4,500 level again if we start breaking 1 hour and 30-minute lows and all that while volume's coming in. So yeah, I think we could still get a move back down, but if we do kind of close above, I would wait for like a break retest and then take the buys.
What would be lovely here is like a weak closure on this 15 here or something. Like a 30 inverted celery kind of.
Yeah, 30 inverted celery would be awesome.
Be money.
15-minute celery-ish, something like that.
Yeah, exactly, yeah. I like that the 1 hour kind of staying below those resistance to the left too, and we kind of already broke the highs too and all that. Yeah.
That's the other thing too. 1 hour staying below here, right? Below that
exactly,
zone.
yeah.
So anything below whatever that is, 21 here, it's gonna probably continue to remain bearish.
Yep, I really like that too.
Nick, bro, I started with you 7 months in now. I got my first payout, okay, 2 months ago. Congratulations into the game.
Lovely,
and
man.
25K in payouts now. Let's get it, brother. I love that. I love that. Making money, baby. Making money. That's what we're here to do.
Sheesh.
So
killing it.
What do you think has helped you the most? Secure payouts. What's been the big takeaway from these live streams that have helped you transform that? What would you say if there was one or two big takeaways that you can give us all? What is it? Sometimes we get a target tap. We don't really like the onion anymore. Yeah, I mean, it just moved up too much, so if you would have been able to close here on this buy, right, then absolutely I would have took buys next candle, but you didn't do that, right? You closed way up here. So at that point, you have another support sitting there. I would expect a bit of a rejection out of that area if we're going to remain bearish. So yeah, it's just all about the candle closure, right? This was kind of my targeted area for buys, so I don't want to take the entry right at my target. All right, let's go ahead and delete this. Let's wait on 9:30 here, and let's see how we close. That'll give us a better direction, right? It'll give us some more information here. And again, if that 30 now breaks the high and closes back below, very high probability we'll continue going down. Continue. Waiting for 9:30? Yep, I'll be waiting on 9:30 now too. Seeing the strategy you teach being implemented has been key. It really allows you to learn the nuances. Yes, exactly. I mean, think about it. Why do we buy a course from any trader? We buy it so we can learn how they trade. But unfortunately, they don't show us how they trade, right? They only teach us how they trade. So it's very difficult, right? Because you don't have any real life examples of that. So that's why, almost 4 years ago now, we decided to come on here. And we never claimed that we were the best traders. We never claimed that we were the smartest traders. We never claimed we had the best system, right? We just showed up here, kept things extremely simple, and showed people how we did it. We showed people how we won. We showed them how we lost. We showed them, how we handled those circumstances too, whether it was winning or losing, or a winning streak or a losing streak, right? And showed you the real ups and downs of trading and, you know, how it can potentially go for you. So nothing better than a live stream, right? If you're taking a course or trying to learn how to trade, I mean, you take that course to learn that trader, you know, how they trade and what their style is. So if you can actually see them do it, man, it just puts everything full circle. Stepping on these toys and stuff. Dang kids. Dang kids. The blue mock. The blue mock blue lights.
Blue mock. Yes, sir.
Gatorade.
That's my pronunciation right there.
What up, Green? There he is.
Greenery.
Greenery.
What's up, Green?
What's goody? What's goody?
Mr. Green.
Today I saw a financial influencer. Got it. The influence people. In Instagram, he said that he doesn't know anyone that has become financially free from trading. Yeah, you know, I mean, financially free is different for everyone. I mean, I'll be honest, gang. At $4,500 a month, I was financially free. I mean, I didn't have as many kids as I did now. I didn't have as many toys as I have now, or responsibilities, right? But at $4,500, that was the number for me, you know. And if I was able to generate that, I didn't need to go to a job. I was legit financially free. I didn't have debt, you know. Everything was just money from, like, profit for me. So you don't have to make $100,000 a year or $100,000 a month to be financially free. You know, it depends on what level you're at in life. I mean, you can replace your income at $4K, $5K a month and say, hey, I'm financially free. Now, could you go buy a Porsche? Could you go travel around the world? Probably not yet, right? But you don't have to go to a job, and you can now own your own time, which is the most important. It's more important than any Porsche, any travel, anything, is the fact that you own your life. So you don't have to be a millionaire to own your life. You know, a lot of people, if they just had an extra $5,000 coming in a month, they can be pretty set off financially. 4,500. That's all I needed. My wife was pregnant. It was me and her. We had no bill. Didn't really have much bills. We had some bills, but nothing too crazy. We didn't really have much debt, and I knew, hey, if I can make $4,000 to $5,000 a month, I don't need a job, and I can build on that. You know, obviously I didn't plan on staying there. I wanted to build on it, but once I got there, you know, I didn't need the job anymore. Yeah, but again, I was in a situation where I didn't have many bills. I didn't have debt. I didn't have a lot of outgo at that time in my life, which I'm so thankful for, right? So it just depends. You know, if your bills are $2,000 a month and that covers your life, and you make $5,000, you're financially free. So after 10 minutes, if the stops are not touched, do you wait for a new setup? After 10 minutes of, like, being in the trade, or waiting for the trade? I don't have any rule like that, no. Buying the AMG, yeah, the AMG video, nice. I love that. And in that AMG video, you hear me talking about the Porsche. Like, yeah, that's done. That's done too. I'm getting that, all right? Just I was so sure of it. Trading is like gambling, and you know, it is gambling. It's gambling. Trading is gambling. You know, it's you have a little bit of an edge, right? But other than that edge, this is a straight up gamble. And, you know, unfortunately, most traders don't trade edge. So, you know, therefore, he would probably be right. You know, most traders are gambling, and trading is a form of gambling. But a lot of us have created edge, which allows us to, you know, use probabilities to our advantage. So there's a very fine line. And when I say fine, I mean it. Very fine line between trading and gambling. And all you got to do is venture off slightly, and you're gambling, right? All you got to do is, you know, break the plan slightly, and you're now on the gamble side. So imagine you got 50-50 here, right? And right here, right on the other side of that thin line, boom, you got 70-30. Very thin thread, very thin line. And the moment you deviate is the moment you gamble. So you have to stay over here at all costs. So that way you're always trading probability, and you have some sort of expectations that you can count on, right? For every week and every month and every quarter. So yes, trading is gambling if you don't have edge. And even when you do have edge, it's gambling with edge, right? With probability on your side. But as the trader, the decision maker, you got to stay on the left side of that line. You move over to the right, even just as you can see a freaking pinch, you're gambling. So.
Yeah, 100%, man. What a fine line between it. Like Jim Rohn would say, it's all risky. So it's all risky.
Sitting down on your office chair at work was risky. You don't know if somebody put a pin there. I bet you didn't even check.
Exactly.
Some creepy janitor overnight could have just been a weirdo, right? And just put a bunch of pins on everyone's seat. But no one checked. Right? Because you know why? Because probability was on their side. Because most likely there wasn't a pin, right? But there's still that chance, right? But no one checks. Sitting down on your chair is risky.
Hopping in the car.
Hopping in the car is risky. It's all risky.
Yeah, man. It's all risky. Starting a business is risky, right?
9 to 5 is gambling too. In my opinion, 9 to 5 is gambling way more. Think about it. If your boss, well, I mean, I won't go there. If your boss just happens to argue with his wife on the way out the door, and you come strolling in casually 2 minutes late, because him and his wife just had a big old argument, that dude might take it out on you and say, you know what? Screw you, you're fired. You're like, wait, what? I didn't even do anything. I don't care. Don't talk back. Blah, 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 blah. Right? So you're gambling, right? Your finances are dictated by this guy. He can in a split second say, hey, you know what? You're fired. Hey, you know what? We're going a different direction. You know, they don't say you're fired anymore. They go, we spoke to corporate, and corporate had told us that we have to restructure things over here, and we love you. We would hate to see you go, but I'm sorry. You have to be out of the building in the next 12 minutes, right? Like so it's all gambling, man. It's all risky. If anything, I think the 9 to 5 is way more risky than actually going out and building something of your own.
Yeah, man.
By the way, if you zoom out and look at the whole universe, none of it even matters. None of it matters. You guys seen that one guy? I don't know if you've seen that meme, that trading. He was like 200K in drawdown. So he goes on Google Earth or whatever, and he starts zooming out into outer space. And he's like, look at that. There's the Earth. And there's the Milky Way. And he's like, now my $200,000 drawdown trade doesn't seem that important. It just doesn't seem that big anymore. Just zoom out. Zoom out.
Oh, man. That's funny, actually.
Oh, snap.
Do that. That's a life hack.
He goes, there's the Milky Way. You know, he starts going all the way out. And he goes, look, we can see into space now. My 200K drawdown trade really doesn't matter much. Have fun playing the game. This is a simulation. There you go.
Yeah, exactly. DJ Scratches. You know what you get on the 9 to 5. You put 1 hour in, you get the $10 or whatever. Right? So it's like you always know what you're gonna get.
But what happens if you can't work that hour that day?
Yeah.
What happens if you got a cold? or a tummy ache?
You're screwed.
Or maybe a sore throat.
Then you better have a good deal.
You know, so that's the big problem. You know, when your money is tied to your hours, right? There is only so many hours you can dedicate. Right. I mean, how many hours can you? And by the way, most jobs, they limit you on hours. Right. They're like, you can only work 40, or you can only work 30, or you can only do this. Right. So even if you were able to work 60 hours a week to get money, how long could you really keep that up consistently? You know, so if you're always trading your hours for dollars, the issue is we don't have unlimited hours, right? We still have to sleep and eat and rest and, do other things outside of working. So you want to, as soon as possible, get your income untied from your time, right? Time for money is basically the brokey way, so to speak, right? Without kind of, so you gotta really start to figure out a way where you can maybe obviously trade or sell a product or a service something that gets your money off of your time. And the other thing too is they only want to give you 20 hours for your time. I'm here to tell you your time is worth more than 20 hours, way more, right? So your time is actually limited here. So imagine taking $20 for an hour, and when you start to think of it that way, you start to say, you know what, he's right. And you don't quit your job today, right? But you assemble a plan, right? You put a plan in place and say, hey, I got to take care of some things with my finances. I got to put this amount of money away. I got to pay off this debt. Once I do that, and I can start getting this. But, you know, you put together the plan. So I would encourage you all, if you're tired of trading your hours for dollars, put that plan in play and don't rush it. You know, have that aggressive patience that we talk about, being aggressive in your work ethic, but patient and waiting on those results. And, you know, in due time, you know, you will get them. We talked about it last night or yesterday or maybe it was last week about, you know, most people before they got here, they worked a job and they were committed for another 20 years, right? Before you ever realized what trading was. A couple months ago, you learned about trading, right? Until then, before that, you had a plan, and that was to work your job for 20 years and then retire. So then you find trading over here, and all of a sudden you want to retire in 3 months. It's like, dude, you were already on pace for 20 years. Why not screw the 3 months, commit to the long game, take 2 to 3 years to really understand what trading is, right? It's, again, you're waiting either 20 years or 2 to 3 years. So don't try and get free and get out of your job right away. Commit, right? Commit to the game, commit to learning. Shortcut your 20 years by putting in the work for the next 2 to 3 years, and then just imagine where you can be in 2 to 3 years as a trader, right? Just think about where you are now. Think about what you've learned over the last couple months or the last year or two, and now think about 2 to 3 years from now, if you kept that up, where you could potentially be, right? The possibilities are endless. So keep that long game in mind, right? And just say, hey, I'm going to commit to performance over profits, and I can cut my 20-year retirement plan into 3 years, right? I don't know, 20 years, 3 years. 3 years still sounds a lot better than 20 years to me, right? So again, don't try and shortcut the shortcut. Just lock in, learn the game, and then begin to apply these skills.
Yes, sir.
Everyone's an actor, baby. Playing in the simulation. Job your love.
Chop your love.
And if you guys
that one's too funny.
If you're a little negative about your job right now, just pretend that you know, it's just another business for you, right? So if you guys are I don't know, what do you guys do for work? What do you guys do? Whatever. Let's say you're a plumber. Just say, hey, this is my own business, and they're paying me X amount of dollars to run it. Like, just consider it another income stream, and try not to be too attached to, oh, I still have a job and I gotta work this job, right? Just try and trick the brain a little bit.
Yes,
Job
sir.
your love. Job your love.
Johnny Gems is here too. Mr. Gems.
Here's Johnny. John, hey, how are you?
Yo, what's up, boys? How y'all doing?
What's up, John? Good to see you
Incredible.
here.
How are you?
Awesome.
Why can't I get John
Nice.
on the spotlight? John, raise your
Yes,
hand
sir.
for me real quick. Actually, you're right where the where you not actually raise your hand, like zoom raise,
A visual one?
like a zoom.
Dude, I don't even know how to do that, bro.
My guy said.
And then you raise your hand.
Yeah, I don't even know how to do that.
Down, click react, and click raise hand. Down in the bottom middle.
I remember I played pranks on the teacher in school. They'd be like, "Oh, you want to read?" I'm like, "Nah, I was just stretching." Like, "Oh, you had a question?" "Nah, I was just stretching." Anyone ever did that?
I was just stretching. There you go, John.
Yes, sir.
There you go, John.
What's up, boys? How y'all feeling?
Now you're up top there.
Feeling phenomenal. How about you?
All right, put your hand down. You can put your hand
Same.
down now.
Feeling incredible too, man.
Fire, man. Fire. Let's get
Less
it.
than highly favored. Ready to be a disciplined trader.
Yes, sir. You got some good sleep after London?
Yeah, yep. Yes,
Yeah.
I did.
Johnny Jen's got the plant in the background.
Oh.
All right.
Yep.
All right.
What's up, chat? How y'all feeling? New York session time. So,
Yes, sir.
I would like the buys above here, but no closure above.
Yep. Let's see how this 1 hour candle does. Good problem is got a job, pays well. Yeah, that's good. That's real good. To still desire that financial freedom. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, treat trading as like a secondary income until it like supersedes your primary income. You know what I mean? So if you have a good job and you get paid well and you know you're not completely stressed out, keep that job. You know, that's more money for you, more opportunity for you to set up your finances for the future. And yeah, just treat trading as a like a side business, you know, a secondary income that eventually you would like to get, you know, bigger than your primary income. And you know that'll take time, but if you do it right, that will eventually happen. You know, it'll eventually, not sure how much you make, but whatever you make in a month, I guarantee you at some point down the road you can make that in one trade. Like one trade, right? So like there's so much opportunity, but you know, I like your mentality. You know, just I got a good job, it pays well, but I still desire that freedom. So take your time. You know, use this as a secondary income stream for now, and you know, just keep working your job. And as your money continues to grow and your trading business continues to prosper, then you can start to look at your finances from there.
Yes, sir. Would you be open for sells here, Nick? Still?
Yeah,
15.
of course. Yeah, closure back below. I like.
Yes, sir.
15 minute, 30 minute. We got a 30 closure
That
coming
was
up.
good.
Oh man, that was our 30 closure.
Yeah.
That was gay.
Yeah, it was pretty gay.
Would have loved that 9:30 closure there below.
Yep, same here.
Yeah, we'll see. To the moon. That's exactly what I'm doing. Yes, great mindset, great idea there. Especially if you're like a little established and you know you got a decent career, so to speak, and maybe you got a family. You know, it's not easy to be, you know, just quit the job and say, hey, that's it, going all in on trading. I mean, some of you 20-year-old guys and 21-year-old guys and girls, I mean, you know, maybe you can pull that off. But yeah, other than that, I would just, you know, be a professional and treat this like a secondary income stream for now. I mean, it's not bad. You know, if you can get yourself on a consistent base of pulling out, you know, $3,000 to $6,000 a month in withdrawals or payouts, I mean, you're gonna set yourself up nice. Got into trading late. Oh wow. Oh yeah, Pat. Yeah. There wasn't the internet trading. Yeah, that's true. The internet has really helped out, you know. I mean, without the internet, we can't gather together here today. So, yeah, I can see where trading would be a little, you know, probably a little bit more tougher to get into than it is nowadays. Anyone who traded back in the 80s and 90s, though, psh, W. Let's all raise a glass for them boys and girls.
Literally respect.
Just call in the boiler room. All right, I'll put that order in for you right now. You sure you don't want me to double that? Yeah, double it. Broker talking about triple your lot size. This looks like a really good opportunity. I used to chart on graph paper back in the day. Let's go. We got the veterans here. Yeah, you used to have to call, right? You have to make a phone call to place your trades. That's crazy. No wonder the phones were so busy in all those firms. Get your trade confirmed in 2 working days. Wow. So basically you were swing trading or no trading. You were either, yeah, you basically had to be swing trading. That's epic. All right, Goldie. What NQ do here for 9:30? Let's take a look. Ooh, big move down. Coming back up. The buys actually are looking pretty good here. Yeah, buys are not looking bad on NQ. 2 working days, bro. Oh, my bad, John. Did I mute you? I'm sorry. Let's make him co-host.
All right, thank you, bro.
Okay, nothing here. 9:45.
Yeah.
Have to wait for that fall closure here.
We
But
might
if it
have
closes
to.
bullish, this looks pretty good.
Yeah.
Some buys potentially cooking up here.
Yep.
Yeah, we'll see.
Who did they call? Gold? Hey, Gold, how are you? Yeah, put me an order in at 4521.8, please. Oh,
What up, Gold? Hey, how are you?
Have to call a trade of it.
You call a broker,
Back when
right?
Gold could speak.
Yeah, you call a broker.
Damn.
You speak to your fund manager. Is that what they called it? Something like that? I'm your guy. I'm your guy.
Gotta call that broker.
Send the fax.
Them facts, bro.
Yeah. Imagine what.
Yo, let me get an order in here. They receive it like 2 days later.
Bro, that's true. Imagine trying to close partials and move stops to break even. That'd be insane.
I feel like
you can't, bro. Like what?
You're like, hey man, get me in at 4521.8, get me out at 4550, and keep my stop loss at 4500. Thanks.
Oh, we didn't really get what was your stop loss there?
I'm
and then
sorry.
like 2 days later, they receive it first.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I thought you said 4400, not 4500. Whoops. Must have been a miscommunication there.
I was also a little curious about your margin there, but yeah, who cares?
Profits delivered in 5 to 7. My goodness. Holy. Call Linda. Linda had a full-time job back then. Working with me, she worked part-time. Can you get a discount on the Clubhouse? The Clubhouse is already discounted at a major rate. Major rate. There's just too much knowledge, too much incredible wisdom on the sessions and the webinars. Just too many gems, technical awareness in the course. Yeah, the only discount I'd say is if we take a trade today and we win, take that money and use it. You know, I'll call the trade and you take the profit and, you know, go grab the Clubhouse.
Yeah, the next trade is a coupon here.
Or since someone stepped up and asked, maybe what we'll do is what time is it? It's 9:45. So how about we do this? Pause for effect. Actually, let's do that tomorrow. Let's do it tomorrow. Tomorrow we're gonna have maybe some giveaways.
Ooh.
Maybe some giveaways tomorrow. Yeah, let me get some giveaways together, and let me think of what I want to do, and we'll have some giveaways tomorrow. I miss Rafi. Yeah, me too. Rafi he should be back next week. Yeah, next week.
He's on the fast, man.
He's all alone. The cliffhanger master. Get him on the edge and just let him sit there for another 24 hours. Come back to tomorrow's stream. If you were going to miss any stream this week, it should have been today's stream. Tomorrow and the streams to come, you don't want to miss those. Duck racing? Nah, I don't know. Maybe we'll swing a little duck race. Oh, let's see. Took a trade on YouTube Live, then used the profit to invest into the Clubhouse. Clubhouse Lives made me more trades. So, okay. Very good. Oh, wow. 10x. He 10x'd it. Let's go, Christoph.
Nice.
Bro, literally. Let's go, Christoph.
How's the WC going? I'm thinking the only thing I can think of WC would probably be like winter conference, but it's not winter, it's summer. What's WC?
I don't know.
WC. Not sure what that is. NQ, did NQ move down? No, up. Oh wow, yeah, look at that. Fill the range. How'd that 15 close go? Yeah, no bottom wick there. All right, we're rejecting here. Let's see, we got 10 minutes on the closure. If we can get back below, this looking pretty good for the most part. You might end up closing doji, unfortunately, on the 4 hour. It's gonna be tough, but we'll see where we're at. Clubhouse helps with FOMO, becoming more disciplined trader. So losses for me and more. Yeah, I love it. Less losses, more wins, and then less emotion with the losses. That's mainly what I want. Where I want to try and get traders is like just understanding the probability game, not being so attached right to the outcome, and getting emotionally detached and just focusing on performance. And overall that performance will take care of the results. Oh, the World Cup. I'm not sure. I haven't watched any of the World Cup. I'm not a big football soccer guy.
No, me neither.
Yeah, I don't follow it too much. Let's see if Goldie rejects. Let's see. Oh, grabbed dinner with Rafi last week and his wife? Hey, let's go. Oh, he saw you guys eating? No way. You guys live near him? Wow.
Damn, that's cool.
Okay. I didn't know you guys live near each other. Nice. Where's my garage? Oh, I thought you were asking me that. All right, here we go. We're breaking the lows. Let's see if we can hang tight here. We got 8 minutes. The famous 8 minutes on this closure. If we can close very similar to that, then I like the sells coming in on this very next candle. And yeah, possible short opportunities coming up. So just give me 1 minute. I'll be right back. And we'll wait on this closure here.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. That end up looking good.
Yep. BGP, man, you just gotta work that edge. Like sometimes you do take some trades where you have like a 0.4, 5, 6 RR, 7 RR, something like that. But it just doesn't matter, right? You gotta keep that edge working. You gotta just let time do its part. Otherwise, you can't really see it, because we can't say it like that, because it's not really a problem, overall when you take a lot of wins too. So keep executing on the edge. And see the results over a series of trades, like 25, 50 trades maybe.
Facts, man. It's all about taking what the market's willing to give you,
Exactly. You
Looking
can't
left to get right.
Yep. Exactly. There's nothing to do. We can't control a thing. Yep. Right? We can't just put stops and TP in illogical places, because we gotta keep everything logical here. Because otherwise it's not a system, right? So we gotta keep it systemized and logical.
Yep.
Can't just because like I feel it's gonna go down there, I can't put my TP down there. Otherwise it won't help.
Yep. Yes, sir. If it's not logic, then it's emotion. So you always gotta stick with logic.
Exactly, man. Yep.
Fans' verdict. The way we determine our direction is simply by looking at the higher time frame, like the 4 hour chart, and that's how we develop a bias. So if we know the 4 hour is bullish, then we'll look for buys and range 2 sells. If the 4 hour is bearish, we'll look for sells and range 2 buys. If the 4 hour has a mixed bias, then we'll look for both buys and sells. But that bias is coming from the 4 hour chart specifically.
Yep.
Think about it. 4 hour chart equals direction. 30-minute, 15-minute chart equals entries and setups. and just understand and study that concept. Yeah, we got this closure below. That will also be a range 2, you know?
Bro, money here. Money.
Yep.
Yes, sir. Let's see that 10 a.m. here.
Why are you open for sells when we already tap targets? See, that's a good question. You know, I don't necessarily like the 4-hour either to move down, but what I do like is having the range 2 concept being here, you know, being formed on the lower time frame, like the 15-minute setup, right? Like at 9 a.m., we created resistance and then we created support. And now you get a closure below that support. You know, that's basically like a valid counter trend entry, you know, going against the 4-hour typically.
Exactly, man. And also, like, the thing is, you gotta see, like, if we create a top wick here, what are we most likely to do, right? We could fill that previous wick at the 4-hour time frame of the previous candle, and that wick fill is a range fill on the lower time frame, like the 15, right? But buys could be good here too if we fill too much at the range here and come down to the last support and create a new support.
Yep.
I bet Johnny would take that too.
I definitely would. Yep.
Yeah, that'd be lovely.
I definitely like the buys because, you know, that 4 hours right at target. So potentially going to close up doji as well. So I definitely do like that.
Yes, sir.
Just got to wait on it.
Gotta wait on it.
Yup, Keegan. Yes, Nick spoke about that in Playbook 3.0. Yep, very important. Which time frames we execute trades on. Yep.
Covered it all, man.
Yes, he did.
Course next up. That thing is phenomenal too. Straight to the point. What I've seen elsewhere is like, you gotta watch like 30 minutes of advertisement and then you got
yeah.
And then he's like starting the video or something. Here it's just straight to the point. You got 5 to 10 minute videos straight to the point.
Yep.
On every single concept you need.
You gotta love it.
Yeah, that's what I love too. Especially if you're like, oh, what was that about, like, you know, like counter trend trading or something when the 4 hours is like this. And then you just go in, find that little video. You don't have to scroll through a 4-hour video or something. You just go in, find that specific one, go watch it, 5 minutes, you're all set.
Thanks, bro. Do a little binge watching with the trading course.
Bro, you literally can, like, yeah.
That's something good to binge watch.
Yep.
What's up, Richard? Yes, sir, man. Richard binge watching the course. That's what's up, man. Filling that mind up with knowledge. Where would we put stop loss? Either above the previous candle or back in the range somewhere above the current candle. One or the other. It's good. Did I take anything in London? No trades in London. What's up, Discipline Key? Yeah, London was just ranging, really.
We just waited, man. The funny thing is, John, we still avoided a lot, you know, like we could have been in buys, sells, everything. It wicked up and down, but we just stood there with patience, you know?
Yes, sir. So I didn't take a trade, but I avoided losing a trade, you know, so that was a great session.
Yeah.
The price of avoiding a loss a lot of times is just being disciplined, you know, and just not taking a trade.
Yeah.
The amount of losses you'll take by not taking a trade just is what I'm basically saying about how patience and discipline pays.
Patience pays.
Yes.
Angel, I love that, man. That's a way to put it up right there. Exactly. I love the math there.
Yeah, I love that, Angel.
Yes, yeah, man, that's major improvement right there. You see, it's more about the things we don't do a lot of times than what the things we do.
Yes, sir. It's the trades that we don't take that makes us profitable over the trades we do take.
All right, we're booked. We're booked, Johnny Gems.
Booked for what?
What you think? It's Tuesday, brother.
Oh, nice. Tea time. Fire, man. Enjoy that.
Oh, I will. Watch me play like the best game ever, and no one's there to see it.
Right?
Oh, snap.
Watch. Anna
All
gonna
right.
come?
Possibly. Maybe. I don't
Nice,
think
bro.
so, but maybe.
Cool.
Yeah, energy, that'd be great to see like a 4 top weight first, and then like another 15 close. That wouldn't be bad here, but we'll see how steep of a weight we'll get. Yo, that'd be wild without a butterweight.
Damn. If you show up to Asia, New York, you trade with me for 5 hours a day. That's wild. Multiply by 5 days, 25 hours, 100 hours a month, 180 an hour. Hold up. I have to start charging y'all more than that, man. That's worth. That's less than 20 an hour.
Yeah,
going
so
on?
basically
ain't
Angel
mathing.
is now responsible for upping the price in the clubhouse. So
I mean, I think my time is worth at least like 2,000 an hour. At least.
That's a full-time job here, man.
All right, let's see if we can get a decent top wick. We broke the lows. We got to come up and make a top wick. This is the first 20 seconds of the new 4-hour candle. Let's take a look at that closure. So you do close bearish, right? You do have a wick to fill. You kind of add support here, though, so let's keep that in mind. 1 hour also closed very nicely back below the range, which this is really the range that we've been paying attention to the whole time. So we never took a buy because we never got a closure above. And then look at the candle that moved up. We wicked up, and then we closed back below the range there. So we may remain bearish for the time being. I think if we can come up and make a decent top wick there on the 4-hour at the re-break of that low, we can get involved for that wick fill and then potentially look to take profits somewhere in this overall, observation zone. So let's see if we can get a re-break of the high. This is the beginning, very, very beginning of a new 4-hour candle. So let's see if it can settle in, and then we can look for opportunity.
Oh yeah, 15 celery here, not bad either.
15 celery, yeah, 15 celery is fine too. You got a closure below on the 15. You got a closure below on the 30, closure below on the 1 hour, bearish 4 hour. You just need a top wick here now. Just need a top wick.
Yep.
In accumulation? Yeah, I think so. Live stream, you. All right, let's see if we can make a top wick here. And I'd like to see, being that it's a new 4-hour candle, I'd like 45.20. That would make me extremely comfortable with having a sell stop on the break of the low. Yeah. Stop losses are going to be, let's take a look here. Somewhere back in the range. Yeah, somewhere back, probably around like 45.27. But we need a good 4-hour top wick.
Yeah, if we don't take this, we can always catch the buys as well, potentially.
Yep, I was thinking that too.
Yeah, 4-hour can honestly go either way.
Yeah, it's right at support.
Yeah.
Yeah, we gotta wait to fill though, so we'll see.
Yep. And we're just extremely bearish on gold.
Yeah, daily too.
Crazy bearish.
Just running down here.
Broke the highs early. Notice how we retested that zone perfectly. See what I mean about that no trade range? We broke out, came up, retested, and now we're possibly going to make a move back down now, right? Broke the highs there too, came up, crashed right back down, closed bearish right back below 22 there. But let's see if we can get this wick. We need a good wick here. Good top wick. Yeah, I think our daily can keep moving down. Yeah, our daily has an opportunity to close right below the range here too today. A lot of choppiness, a lot of consolidation here. But yeah, I'm also open for buys, but we got to see all that play out.
Yeah.
NQ, that's NQ tapped. Damn, look at that, 30,000. 30,000. No wick at the top. 4 hour, everything, no wick. Partials? Partials for me would be somewhere down here. So somewhere in this wick area. Look to maybe secure some partials and then full TP, probably somewhere down. You see where these wicks have gone down into? So somewhere down in that range there. Yeah, you got another support level sitting at like 85. Yeah, right over here at 85. So we could potentially come wick down into that too. Goldie, no wick, yeah. Oh, it almost had no wick, almost. Roberto, how we feeling, brother? Great to see you, man. Great to see ya. All right, Goldie. A little further up, and I've got a sell stop here.
Yes, sir.
There we go. There it is. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Whoa, whoa. How come no one told me to update the record? Making the biggest progress. I think the people making the biggest progress are usually the ones that are the most plugged into like the environment. So, you know, in most cases, I don't know everyone's results on YouTube, but in most cases, like, you know, those that are plugged into like the clubhouse and using that opportunity to educate themselves at the course and the webinar, I feel like they progress a lot quicker than, you know, some other traders who I talk to. I mean, it's obvious, right? If you got more content, more education, more reps, more time together, like what we talked about, 5 hours a day, right? Like Asian in New York totals 5 hours a day just hanging together, trading together. So you're obviously going to learn a lot quicker. Yeah, basically a good environment can compress, right, years of struggle into months of growth, and that's why we created the clubhouse, so we can give people that extra time and extra commitment and, you know, get those extra reps in with us, because again, you know, we know that will shorten the learning curve for the serious trader, you know, for the student. What would be considered a good top wick here? Probably back up in, yeah, right around there. That's pretty good, actually. Pretty good top wick. Pretty good top wick here. So I'm actually going to have a sell stop now. So I'm going to place a sell stop here on the break of the 30-minute lows. And we'll see if we can come down here. Yeah, break that low and continue moving bearish. That'll be the 4-hour low as well. So 4-hour break of the low, 1-hour break, 30 break. We had a 4-hour close bearish. We had a 1-hour stay below the range after rejection. 30-minute also closed engulfing bearish, and then 15-minute as well. Stops are going to be back above the range for me. Yeah, there'll probably be current 4-hour candle. If we break the current low, then my stops will probably go back above, a little bit above the current 4-hour high. Yeah. All right, let me set this up on my other accounts.
Where you guys stopped, you say?
Stops back above the range.
Alright, cool.
Like 45, 20, 25, 26-ish, somewhere up there.
Yes, sir.
All right, let's set it up. Let's set it up.
You care about the 5-minute rule on the 15-minute?
Yeah, I was thinking the same. Maybe a celery here.
On the 15. Yeah, 15 celery's not too bad. Not too bad. Yeah, we could always hang tight and wait for it. Wait for a 15-minute closure. Is it 5 minutes? It is, right?
Yeah.
10. Let's take a look at that 5-minute.
It's about to be at least.
So if you got
5
resistance,
minutes.
so one thing I want to
5 minute
start
though.
looking at with the 5. So look, if we close with no wick or something, then yeah, we get rid of it and we wait. So anytime that 5 though sets up, right, and maybe closes below, that's where we don't want to delete. You know, we want to actually keep it. Let me delete it for now though. If that candle closes below, in most cases I won't be deleting that anymore. Yeah, so if the 5 looks good, we can hang on to it. If the 5 is like not in a good position when that candle closes, then that's when it's probably the best time to delete.
Oh.
But yeah, let's see if we can hang tight here for 4 minutes, and then we'll re-add the sell stop on the break of the lows there. Yeah, it's an interesting idea, you know, because I've watched sometimes where we let the 5, where we delete and then the 5 moves on, right, or the candle continues to move on, and I've noticed that when I gone down to the 5-minute time frame to look at that, like the candle would be setting up as almost like a playbook position down there. So, yeah, so we can always look towards that from time to time when it's time to potentially delete the order with that 5-minute rule.
Oh.
A new idea. And that's the cool part about trading. You're always going to have these new ideas. You're always going to get better. You're always going to get more precise. So it's nice. BE and partials is going to be somewhere down, I'd say 55.04 in that area. Yeah, 55.04.
It could drive too.
It could drive. Yeah, absolutely.
If it does, then buy is beginning to look better too.
Yeah.
So
Delete on my live, I got it. I didn't set the order. I just put my line up. Hang tight, Goldie, hang tight. All right, give me 1 minute, I'll be right back. No FOMO.
Yep.
Walk away if you got FOMO.
Yep. Cool. Yep. So if it drives, it drives.
yes, sir.
I like waiting for the 15-minute celery with the signs that the 4 hours giving us, you know, like being right at support and having like a little bit of a wick rejection on the bottom candle of it. So I like being patient here. What's up, Neven? How you doing? ERB strat, yup.
Might not have too much range after this,
Yeah.
John.
Yeah, man. Well, that would have activated us, chap.
So
2 minutes
let's see
left on 2 minutes left on the 15-minute.
Yeah, but I mean, we got 30 pips to support.
Yeah, no, it is a tight range. I agree.
130 pip stops here. So
Yeah, I do agree. It is a small range. I think there's better ranges to come. Yes, sir, Leo. That's right, man. There's been a countless of times where we broke that 5-minute rule and we paid the price for it, you know, and we took a loss because of it. So always gotta respect it. Yeah, Boss Pops, I'm not too sure which cell that was, but if you send in the trade, I'll definitely be happy to review it.
All right, 12 seconds. All right, well, we get a 30 closure. We do leave a wick, yeah? Left a wick here, wick to fill. More room to move down. So let's see if we can get a decent top wick here. And yeah, the 1 hour still looks good to continue moving bearish. 30 looks good on the rebreak of the low. 15, I want to see a decent wick though. And then yeah, possible entries here. We're right at support too. So we have to take this in mind as well, right? Like you could end up actually moving down, tapping into support, right? And then closing bullish at this point. So let's just be careful with that support there. Everything's got to line up perfect. If not, maybe we can sit tight and wait on something like this.
Yes. That's
4 hour
perfect.
really,
yeah, I like the buys here too.
yeah, they're not
Yep.
bad. 4 hour
Me too.
right here. Cat and mouse today, cat and mouse. Might chill on this one.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, I might just chill on that one. Yeah, the cells are getting tough. They're getting tough, man. We really want to see a big move out of this, but we are struggling a bit.
I feel like the bigger moves, the buy move potentially.
Yeah, we kind of filled the range there.
Yeah, fill some of the wick and fill the range and tap
If we're
his supports.
being honest. If we're being honest. Waiting
Yes,
for
sir.
more structure? Yeah, not a bad idea. Not a bad idea.
Good idea.
The 5-minute rule is so usually what happens is like sometimes you have a sell stop, right? And let's say it's the time is ticking where the candle's about to close and you have your sell stop there. So a lot of times what can happen is like you get wicked in the last 5 and then price tends to kind of move back up. And then you got your stop loss sitting here, right? And now the candle closes and you're like, you know, like, so if you would have waited on the 5-minute, you would have probably now ran into, say that's a 15-minute candle. Now your 30-minute closed like this and you're involved in sells, right? So now it's like, if you would have waited at 4 minutes, you would have been able to realize, okay, you're not going to get a good closure on the higher time frame. Sometimes it also will end up closing with no bottom wick. So it'll move down, close with no bottom wick, and then the next candle will just pop itself right back up. The other thing too is like if you get activated, let's say during the last 5 minutes, you know, you're going to get involved in your trade, right? Let's say we're going to look for that wick fill. We're going to enter here. Price breaks the low, 5 minutes, right? And let's just say that price doesn't run too much. and it kind of just stays right here. And now you're involved from here, but you're gonna probably see a new 15-minute or 30-minute, whatever, top wick. So you're likely now to go way back into drawdown. Not that that's much of a problem, but you can avoid it at times, right? By waiting on that 5-minute closure and then getting involved. So yeah, sometimes it's all about, like, we know that another candle is about to open up. We know that next candle is gonna likely give us a top wick. If we get that top wick, we're likely to go back into drawdown, right? So we kind of found a way to avoid some of that and just, you know, delete. And if the candle still looks good after the closure, then we get involved. So it's helped us. There's been times where we kind of brushed it off and, you know, we paid a price for it, but I think it helps more than it hurts. Every now and then you're gonna delete it and the move is gonna run without you, but that's fine. You know what I mean? As a trader, you gotta be okay with that type of stuff. So yeah, I think it helps more than it hurts. But one thing I'm starting to learn is if we delete it and then the price runs on us, right? Is there a way that maybe we could have spotted that maybe we didn't need to delete, right? So maybe if the 5-minute candle closed like this, like, you know, this one right here, maybe if that candle had closed below, right, with that last 5 minutes or whatever, that's where we could, okay, maybe we'll still stay involved here because we have a breakout on the 5-minute as well. So it's just something I'll look into, keep an eye on moving forward. Buys look more promising now. They're starting to. Yeah, they're starting to. Yeah, because I guess we can kind of say, okay, this was that 15-minute range, right, that we were in. So
I'm thinking the same thing, bro.
And then,
I really like buys here, actually.
Same.
Yeah.
That
yeah,
4-hour chart, man.
Yeah, I was just about to say, John, like that 4-hour time frame. What do you want to do? Like,
yeah,
you just can't count on sells at this point. You can tap support and
Exactly.
that was iffy.
Yeah.
The sell was just tight range too. I thought.
yeah,
Like,
really
we also-
tight.
Like we identified the 4 hours at target, plus it has somewhat of a rejection wick on the bottom of it. You know, those were two
Yeah.
things I didn't really like that much.
Yeah, I was about to put sell stops there, but I thought like celery would be better now.
Yeah.
But we kind of drove there, so.
Yep. I don't think I would have closed anything though on the original sell idea just yet.
No,
I
I
would've
wouldn't
probably
either.
been still in-
Yeah, we would have
Yeah, I would've-
been in trouble there. See what I'm
We
saying?
would have been
Like,
in drawdown.
we would have been in trouble here. So we would have been looking for partial somewhere down here, but now we'd be back in drawdown, not, you know, and this, I mean, this could easily close bullish, right? And then we start moving up out of the 4-hour support now. So you see how the 5-minute kind of looked like we're going to miss a move, but really just kind of push down, grab some orders. And now if that candle closes bullish, you know, probability is way against the sellers now, right? And it's more in the buyer's hands. So yeah, we'll see what happens.
Yes, sir. Just gotta wait on it.
Just wait on it.
Wait on it.
And of course, anything can happen too, right, chat? But that's why we say let's just let's play the odds game and stick to what's gonna happen most times, not sometimes. And we'll be way better traders because of that.
Just wait on it.
Yep.
Get a little massage gun action going, you know. While we
The
wait,
Theragun.
we gotta warm up. We got a big round of golf here today. Sandman, how you feeling? Sandman, you coming to the meetup in July? I was just in Connecticut too last week.
Same man.
Hey man, let's go. I'm getting excited for this meetup in July.
We do the meetup and I don't even come. Yeah, it was a CT meetup. I didn't say I was gonna be there. I just said you know, everyone else can meet up.
Bro,
Magnus flies in from Denmark.
and you're not there? Hey, how are you? I might stay a little longer then. Grab a trip to Florida too.
Trip down to Florida. Where's the meetup? The meetup's gonna be in probably in Rockland. Yeah, July 17th. It's gonna be about 1 hour outside of Manhattan, 1 hour north. Oh, I forgot you moved to Georgia. Oh, I forgot about that. Wait, are you fully living in Georgia now? Canada? Yeah, Canada's coming. We got Canada on the list. We got UK on the list. Yup.
Tokyo on the list, right?
Tokyo. I think Tokyo would just be a, just a trip. Probably not a meetup. Just a
Bro, Tokyo would be
just a vacay.
insane.
Oh. It's only right we do a Tokyo meetup
Bro, Tokyo would
as,
be
as
insane.
Asian session traders.
Then I'll trade Asian for sure. Be taking W's all week.
Yeah, facts.
Is Bali on the list? Me and Rafi have been trying to maybe put together some sort of Bali retreat. It's just Bali is so far, and we've got so much happening and going on every day. It's tough to take that big of a trip. Nobody
It's
knows
a
nothing
huge
like
trip from
fire.
like Florida, right?
Well, not the,
Yeah. Okay, 5 minutes on the closure here. We'll see how we do.
gotta wait. Oh
Did we
wow,
take a
nice
trade?
fire.
No, we didn't take a trade yet. Nope.
Nothing.
Nice lights fire. I guess we'll see you at the meetup then, man. Look forward
Yes,
to it.
sir. Yeah, so good question here. So what's the context behind entering a trade, maybe a playbook setup and like any setup, so inverted celery, then the following candle closes without a bottom wick? Great question. So let's say we take a sell, right, and we're looking to secure partials here, right, and then we're looking to take full TP right here. So if the candle wicks up, right, we get activated, we get into the trade, and then we close with no bottom wick, right? That's kind of the question. So I like to at least move stops to break even. At least. If I'm not happy with where I'm at in the trade, like in terms of like where the target is, then I will just go break even, and then maybe the next candle just dump down, give me that push, and I get out. So if we're kind of close here, like let's say we kind of close a no bottom wick right there, then I'm just going to close the trade. I'm already pretty decent in profit. I'm right at my partials. I'll usually close 80% right there, move stops to break even, and then if this next candle wants to run, at least I'm still in with like 10 or 20% of my position. Yeah, but usually once the candle closes with no bottom wick, immediately stops go to break even, and if I'm sitting decent enough in profits, then I'll go ahead and take 80% of those profits. Good question. Good question. Do you have to make reservations for the meetup? Yes, please do. If you guys plan on coming, there's an RSVP that's in the Discord. I think you can also hit exclamation point meetup maybe in the chat, and then the RSVP will pop up for you. We look forward to seeing y'all there. All of our meetups, we tend to have such a phenomenal time, so this one should be no different.
Make sure you stay late for the night owl conversations.
Come early, stay late.
Yep.
All right, let's see what we do here.
All right, Bai's coming up here maybe.
Oh, Thailand's better than Bali. Yeah? Well, Thailand? Is that true? Uh, 81% win rate. I would say up the so if you haven't been able to pass an account in a month, then up the size. You know, you have an 80% win rate, you know, so that means that out of every 10 trades, you're going to win 8 of them. Don't be afraid to up the size now, right? You've got your edge, you know, really lean into that edge and take advantage of it. When the right trades are there, size up a bit. Don't be afraid to risk more, and that'll typically get it done a lot quicker. Why don't I stay in Dubai? I just never, you know, I grew up here in the U.S., so I'm very familiar with this area. Never actually even been to Dubai. I don't think I would ever move to Dubai. If I was gonna try and do anything when it comes to like taxes or whatever, I'd probably just go to Puerto Rico. Puerto Rico, it's a little closer, a lot closer, and yeah. I'd say it's probably not as much of like a culture shock as well. You know, you go somewhere else, complete culture shock. So yeah, I think if I was to go anywhere, it'd probably be Puerto Rico. Oh, coming from Jamaica, want to make the bookings as early as possible. Okay, look, yeah, book it. I would say there's I forgot the name of the hotel, but I just stayed at it, and it's probably where most people are gonna stay. I think it's called the Nyack Hotel. So just look into
Goldie,
that.
come on.
Yeah, I know.
I know, man.
Bro, I was just looking at that.
I'm just like, alright, whatever.
It's cat and mouse here.
Now I'm like, nah.
All day.
Hell no.
All day.
Oh, goodness.
It's like, whatever.
Sean, I know you were peeking at.
I was.
Oh, man.
It's okay. It's so easy for us now to take a trade because if you get the closure above now you're closing above the range. You'll have all that clean traffic to the left, and we can make moves like that. And if we stay below, then we know stay out of the buys.
Oh.
We might range. Trade screenshots in Discord. Which ones? What channel are they in? Who gonna pay for the hotel? I don't know. Sometimes I get an Airbnb where we could all hang out and stay, but I don't see any like Airbnbs that I like at the moment. So one payout for the hotel room. All right, then get yourself a payout. Lock it in, baby. Lock it in. That's too easy now. One payout. That's all you need to get. None up in Bear Mountain? Ooh, I didn't look in Bear Mountain, but yeah, I didn't see any in the area that were. I mean, so we have a little bit of a standard with the Airbnbs that we go to. They gotta be like tip top of the line. Yeah, I didn't see anything.
Bro, last one was insane.
Last one was epic.
Bro, it was absolutely incredible. like damn, that was sick.
Yeah, that was nice.
Even the first one was incredible. Like,
first one was actually really. I actually want to take just me and my family to the first one.
Wow, yeah, you really could. I mean, it was awesome right there. Yeah. Huge grill too in both places and all that.
Yeah, it was awesome.
Yeah, that pool in the first one, Stephen B, that was insane.
Oh yeah, that was nice. Yeah, that pool. Yeah, both pools were great.
So yeah. It was like a heated pool on the other one, the second.
Yeah.
With lights and all that. It's great.
Nah, the first place, that garage though.
Oh my goodness, with the gym and stuff.
Yeah.
That
Holy.
garage was amazing.
Yo, that was yeah.
Tell me not. Tell me that wasn't amazing.
Facts. It really was.
Bro, it was.
Like, it was just so cool how you went from garage to the backyard into the house. Like, it
Yeah,
was just,
literally.
Like, it was like one big castle. Like, it was all in one.
Yeah, it looks sick, man. Yeah.
It was great for dream building.
Oh, yeah. NQ30K. I know. I seen that, Phil. I seen that. Later, Moonchild. Have a great day.
See you later.
It was well done. Yeah, it was. It was nice. Instagram. If you guys aren't following me on Instagram, you guys can follow me. This is my IG here. Feel free to throw me a follow. Stay up to date with what I got going on, what's happening. That last meetup though, I think it was this. Was it this one? What was that? Look at that. That was so. If you could find me
Oh my
one like
goodness.
this in Bear Mountain, Rich, let me know.
Yo, that actually looks insane. Not gonna lie.
Let me know about that.
Sheesh.
Yeah, they
No,
don't
you
have many of
definitely
these
can.
in Rockland County, New York.
I almost forgot that. Sheesh.
This was such an epic trip.
Bro, that with that pic you just had before there, like table tennis too, and the huge grill and
Look.
wow.
Yeah, here it is. You had the water in the back. It was nice. This one was really nice.
Yo.
So next time we chill in Florida, we'll get another one. I don't know about New York. I just can't find one up to standard. Yeah, this one was
Sheesh,
epic.
bro, look at that. Johnny Gems there.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. You guys got to come to the next meetup. If you guys haven't been to one yet, you got to come to the next one. Too epic. Too epic. Yeah, but this is my IG though, so for those asking, you can follow me here. And don't forget to follow TT_profits. This is like the channel that we clip a lot of the live stream stuff from, whether it's trades or just things that we talk about. Yeah, check out this channel right here. If you're gonna doom scroll anything, doom scroll this page right here. No trades is better than forcing a trade. Stick to yo plan. Yeah, that sounds like a professional day trader right there. We got some pros. Can we dive in from the balcony? I don't see why not.
I actually thought about that the minute I walked in there.
Steven B, I thought the same, man. That's not window closed right there. No.
All right.
The first one? Yeah, this was the first one. Yeah, this one was epic too.
Yo, that one was insane, yeah.
I don't think we have a pic of the backyard though. Nah.
Yo, deep burgers and all that with the grill and stuff.
Oh, here's the backyard. Yeah, this was the
picture in
backyard.
green.
This was epic. Yeah, that was the first place we stayed at. Yeah, whatever. Green! Oh my god, let me get that. Get you a friend that looks at you the way Green looks at a cheeseburger. Straight up.
Facts.
That man had a plan. He was plotting in his own mind about how he
What
was
to
going to
do
eat that
that
cheeseburger.
Yeah,
You could see how much he was thinking in that picture right there.
Whole started plotted out.
True
man.
love. It's love at first sight. Not gonna lie, Jay Pipsky, I need wherever you are, I need you to cook me some cheeseburgers, bro. Those were insane.
Those were insane.
Eric P, Jay Pipsky. I mean, that was the 1-2 punch right there.
Yeah, man.
Yeah,
They
literally.
did it good, bro.
We can't
Man, he
forget
was
about
chefing.
Phil though and Wiz Buddha on this last trip. Epic.
Epic.
Yeah, if I was a kid, I would have been diving from the balcony, but you know, not anymore. True love, baby. All right, 21 minutes on the hour closure. 21 minutes on the 30 closure, and then the 15 is going to close up shop here in just a few minutes. So let's see what happens. If the 15 closes above and we can get a pack runner on the next candle, that way that 30-minute candle has a low, that's where we can probably set a buy stop. So let's say we close like this, right? And we come down, break the lows on the next candle, we can have entries to move up. But what a crappy market condition here today. Not gonna lie, it's not that great for trading.
Nope.
No, really not. That 15 support was kind of the move here. I mean,
It was. Yeah, I would have liked to see that. a
Yeah,
little bit
right?
there.
yeah, but no
Yeah, that
bottom
closure.
wick there. Fortunately.
But if the 30 wants to come down, right, with that new 15, make a low, and then shoot back up and break its high, you're likely to fill that wick and probably just come back into that zone up there.
Yeah.
Let's go, Eric P. We need you on the grill.
Yeah,
Need you
Eric
on
P,
the grill
need that
for the next
burger.
one.
Yeah, just in case y'all didn't know too, the gold chart on Tradeovate for last month expired, so you got to roll it forward. I don't know if you knew
Yeah.
that, Nick or Magnus.
Yeah, it's like
Yeah,
Q,
only on live though.
it's like Q6 now or something.
Yeah, only on live. Only on live.
Yeah, MGC Q6,
Yep.
I think. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Q6. Got it. Yeah, I still trade the GC chart on my live account. TT Profit's my favorite page to doom scroll. Let's go. Yeah, why not? Why not? Consume, 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 consume. That was one of the best things I ever did. We were telling the story the other day about how just I would consume all of the content. It didn't matter if everyone else was going to hang out and go to the movies or get ice cream or watch a movie upstairs or play a game outside. I was consuming information that would go towards a better future. So I'm so happy I did that when I did it. It all paid off. Is there any Clubhouse members from the Philippines?
I'm sure there is
Clubhouse is all over the world.
a pretty good chance there are.
Very high chance. Remember when 10 pips wasn't enough? Yeah, I remember.
Yeah, man, I do agree. I would love to take this 30-minute closure above. I hate that those wick rejections are resistances on the 15-minute.
Yeah, same.
It's like, I really wanted to buy off the 15-minute. But whatever.
Yeah, I mean 30 is pretty clean.
Well, we would have been in heavy drawdown on that first trade
Yep.
had we not respected that
That's-
5-minute rule.
That's true, bro. You reminded me we avoided a loss thanks to our patience and discipline. So
Maybe.
happy to take no trade day because of that, for sure.
Yeah. I don't think I would have closed partials till like, I don't know. Maybe I would have, maybe I wouldn't have, but it would have been close for sure.
Yeah, because the range was already extremely tight from the
Small,
beginning.
yeah.
Not extremely tight, but it was small from the beginning. So
Yeah.
we definitely probably wouldn't have closed.
Not a loss yet. Higher than two, 2 pips higher than what Nick said. There you go. Yeah, so that basically would have been our position. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think we would have closed any partials here. Our partials were, yeah, more so like that, either that white line or that blue line.
Yes, sir, Richard. Exactly, my man. So whoever asks us, how do you practice patience and discipline? This is a great example of it, right? This is where we practice it.
Yeah, exactly, man.
Like I
Pay the
said-
pain of discipline.
Yep. The best thing to practice every day is being disciplined to your rules. You know, we had a 5-minute rule and we exercised discipline with it and it saved us. And guess what? Tomorrow we'll be even more disciplined thanks to us exercising that muscle today and every day.
Yep. All right, 1 hour closures above aren't too bad either. You know, bottom wick, we get that pack runner and all that too. 17 minutes. I think that'll be probably my last shot. If we close below that 1 hour support, which we keep closing below, then It's over. It's over. Probably consolidate for most of the afternoon.
Yep.
So notice how we
I agree.
continue to stay below that range, you know, that 1 hour zone. That's the reason we didn't want to take the buys there right earlier, and really for any candle for that matter. So if we can get the 1 hour closure above, we might see a push up. If it stays below, chances are this will be our range going into Asian session tonight. Something like that. Calling it. All right, good idea, T. Callahan. Good idea.
It's a smart man right there, T. Callahan. Patient trader.
He said, I doom scrolled and became a big fan. Now I'm scaling, locking profits, entering the clubhouse. Let's go. Let's go, Riz. Look at that. So there is some sort of productive doom scrolling a little bit. Yeah. Nice. Sells are still active. I mean, they're still valid until you close back above, I'd say, but it's not looking good. Not looking that good. Can we do a fresh top-down analysis? Yeah, you know, why not? Why not? Let's get rid of everything here and let's see where we're at so we can get some logic behind all this. So keep in mind our daily time frames ranging, right? So you have a closure, but we closed right at resistance. This is your support here. Very, very tricky, confused daily time frame. Chat, what do we know about when the higher time frames are confused? What do we know about that? Any little class participation? With higher time frames are confused, that means the what? The lower time frames will be what? What will they be doing? Most likely they will be choppy, yes. Consolidating, yup. Undecided, ranging, yup. Can't really make a decision. Hence why we see what we're seeing, right? So tough decision making on the daily. 4 hour is no different. You know, you've really moved down quite a bit. You're now tapping into this level of support, so it's understandable why the 4 hour may not want to move down anymore, right? I mean, you do have the wick fill as well. You do have some more range, but we did close above it. So chances are the 4 hour will either consolidate now down here, just like price would do on a 30-minute, right? After a big move, you're likely to see some sort of consolidation, right, that takes place. So that may lead to some sort of 4 hour choppiness now. But overall, we are starting to move bullish. We are starting to kind of push out of that overall support zone. Let's take a look at the 1 hour. 1 hour is still open here, but look at this. Just not looking good at all, right? Like you have a 1 hour, I guess, a resistance here. You got support sitting a little bit lower at 45.06, and this is the range here. So 1 hour not looking the greatest. Got a big rejection on the last candle. You're somewhat in this downtrend here, so buys are a little sketchy, right? 30-minute also chopping around a little bit. We could probably adjust it here, and then that's our range. You know, that's pretty much our range that we're sitting in. 15-minute gets a little tough. You see a little fake out there. So yeah, I think 30-minute will probably set us up to get us into a trade or keep us out of a bad trade. So if you can get a 30 closure above, we have a wick to fill. We have a 1 hour bullish closure as well. The only thing I would need is the lower wick on that previous 30. So if this candle closes bullish above the range, that'll equal a 1 hour bullish candle, right? On that next 1 hour candle, you're going to make a lower wick. In the process of creating that 1 hour lower wick, it'll look like this, but on the 30-minute, it would be nice to see it break the low, right? Break that low, and then we can have a buy stop right there on the break of the high for price to break the highs and then move up and fill that wick here. So that's probably the only opportunity that I like moving forward. And for the sells, for the buys at least, and then for the sells, if you can get a candle to close now back below the range, you know, you're likely to see an opportunity, right? A wick get filled or a range get filled, and maybe this is when we can continue down into that zone down there off of a new fresh rejection, candle closure below, and then you know, take sells on the next candle. So that'll be my plan here for buys and sells, and I'm giving it about 12 more minutes, and if that doesn't play out, then that's it. Closing up the business and moving on with my day.
That'll be plan.
Still active in the cells. Okay, cool. Cool.
The
cool.
ball's in their court.
Yep.
Markets court.
Yes, sir. Oh, last year we had an intro song while we waited for the stream. I think we still have that, no?
Yeah, we do. We always got intros and outros.
Talk about that one. I'm gonna work on a new overlay, so I'm gonna try and get a nice like cool banner running around it, and maybe we'll make a cool like intro before the stream starts, like kind of, you know, like you're talking about there. So yeah, we'll see. Time to level up. Time to level up the overlay here.
Yeah.
Having a mentor is mandatory. Yes, sir. I'm meeting with my mentor this week. So even I myself, right, will continue to meet with my mentor. We'll continue to game plan, whether it's quarterly or, you know, sometimes it's every 6 months. But yeah, even me myself, right? I'm gonna meet with Mr. V and go through everything. You know, everything we talked about last time. I've got some stuff to show him. I've got some feedback. I've got some questions, right? I'm ready. I'm prepared. So if you come prepared, you know, you have basically a meeting with your mentor almost every day. So can you come mentally prepared with questions that are going to help you move forward, with feedback that you've been, you know, already doing and applying and all that stuff. My mentor, is he a trader? He's not a trader, no. I mean, he definitely holds long-term like investments, but not a day trader, no. How come with the buys you want to see the thing touch the lows? Just because we don't really have. You see how this candle has like no bottom wick, hence why it's really not able to move. So it's probably trying to get that bottom wick before it goes anywhere. So sometimes what'll happen is this won't happen on the original candle. Like this candle will close bullish, and then the next candle will open up and go make that low for this candle. So that's kind of like why I would want to see that. Yeah. Game plan sessions. You know, we're midway through the year, right? Midway through the year, so it's going to be an opportunity to meet with my coach and my mentor and go through the whole year and whatnot. And, you know, we had a game plan together, and he's going to want to know, hey, did you fulfill it, right? What did you do? How far did you get? What are the results? And we're going to talk all the way through it. And I've just about hit all my goals that I set for the first half of the year, outside of maybe one. But that is... we're closer, you know, we're closer. So that's a big goal, and we're just moving towards it. Cartoon version that says, how you doing? Yeah, I got something coming for y'all.
I like that.
I got something coming for y'all. All right, 8 minutes. You might even get a closure below. We got a little tea time for noon, though, today, so we got to make moves.
Sounds fun.
Bill didn't pick up the phone today, though.
No? Huh. Must not be working today.
There's the other guy, you know?
Yeah.
This guy, he's like, you know, he's by the book.
He's
This guy. I'd rather have Bill there, but
you want Bill?
I'm sure Bill will be there when I get there.
Yeah.
This other guy, he's a little too by the book for me. You know, he's like that guy at the golf course where you're like, can't get away with much right now.
Right.
Yeah, imagine meeting with your mentor daily. That'd be epic. I mean, I had a season of that where I was able to meet with Mr. V almost every day. So take advantage of it. Did you set goals for the second half separately? So I have yearly goals, right? So I always set yearly goals. I mean, I do have a 5-year plan, but you know, that's way far out there. So I set yearly goals, and those yearly goals have quarterly goals, right? So as long as I hit my goals per quarter, then I know that I'm on track. And you know, in order for me to hit the goals per quarter, I gotta, you know, lock in every month and make sure I'm where I need to be. And again, that boils down to every week and every day. You know, it all gets broken down to the smallest piece, and it's a daily thing. So yeah, like I already have the long-term yearly goal. So what we'll do is we'll look at everything we've accomplished in the first half of the year. We'll see if we're on pace. There's questions that I have for him that I need answered. He's going to give me feedback, right? There's going to be a lot. So yeah, as long as we're on pace, which I believe we are for the yearly goals, I think it's going to be a great meeting. Last thing you want to do when you meet with your mentor is go back and say, I know you told me to do this and you told me to do that, and I just couldn't get around to it. You know, that night I was tired, right? Like, no excuse will do when you're around the winners. So if you set game plans with your coach, make sure that you're you know, holding up your end of the bargain. Yep, Elon Musk says 5-year goals are too. Yeah, I think a 5-year goal is nice to just have the vision, right? But then you really want to, you know, crunch that down to yearly, quarterly, monthly, and, you know, weekly goals. Plus, it keeps life entertaining. You know, it keeps life fun. It keeps you know, a bit of a target, right? A finish line or something at the end of every day or week or month. Wow, right back down.
Yep. Glad to not be involved in anything right now.
Same.
But yeah, man, I'm gonna stick around for the closure, but I have to hop off camera here. I got some things to do and gotta go get ready for them.
All right, cool.
All right.
All right.
I'll talk to you a little bit later. Enjoy that tea time.
Yes, sir. Have a great day.
Thanks, bro. You too. Peace out, chat. God bless y'all.
Peace. Doot, doot, doot. Wow, look at this. Look at this. 1 hour staying below. 4-hour top wick in place. My goodness. Let's see this 30 closure. We got 4 minutes on the 30 closure. So we'll see what happens. Not looking good though, I'll be honest. The condition in the market here is not the best. Yeah, although you have a 30-minute support, you have a 15-minute support also right here. But let's see if we even close below. Will you take a trade off the 30 is good, but not the 15? Yeah, let's see how this candle closes. I know we got 15-minute support kind of lurking around there, so let's just take a look at this closure in 3 minutes, and then we'll make our decision from there. But yeah, we're in a tough spot here, a little bit of a tough spot. Hello, Nick. How do I set goals? Oh, that's a great question, man. Great question. You got to develop some sort of framework, you know. So you got to pick like a main vision or a main goal, right? Try not to like think about your whole life mission at one shot, right? Like don't think of like your life goals, but like what are your short-term goals? What are you trying to accomplish by the end of the year? You know, really make a realistic outcome. There's multiple areas, right? Like obviously health is going to be a number one priority. Wealth, money, trading, faith, family, you know, business, personal growth and development. Like these are all areas in which you can decide to set goals in. So yeah, you just set like a bigger goal, I would say. If you want to be healthier, right, then you know, you get an image of what it is that you want, and then you go, okay, let me track back now. And if I want this, then I'm going to start having to eat clean. Clean eating, right? 5 to 6 days a week, 5, 6 days a week. Now, what specifically will I eat, right? And then you write that down. And, you know, as long as you can chip away on those small goals day in and day out, you know, they'll ultimately lead to the bigger goals. So I'd say make a big goal and then break that bigger goal into little steps, little goals that you can accomplish on a day-to-day. So, for example, if your goal is to, I don't know, lose 20 pounds, right? Then that means your weekly actions, not weekly like W-E-A-K, W-E-E-K, right? Weekly actions should be like gym 4 to 5 days a week, 10,000 steps a day, no processed foods, right? High protein meals, you know, things like that. Like that's going to set you up. And then you can begin to track that daily. So remember, one thing that Mr. V would tell me is he said, Nick, whatever gets measured gets improved. So whatever you're tracking, right? Winners are trackers. So as you track it, you can learn to improve it. So every single night before you lay your head on your pillow, you can say, hey, did I do what I said I was going to do today? And then the answer to that question is either going to build your self-image and build trust and discipline, or it's going to, you know, keep you just feeling like, you know, it's another thing I said that I would do and I didn't. So really keep your word to yourself. Keep your goals very visible. Like I write my goals down every day. I write my goals down at least 6 times a day. So 3 in the morning, 3 at night before bed. I put them on my phone. I have a vision board, right? I'm constantly consuming myself with my goal, right? With my goals and what I'm, you know, after. So get the clear vision. Keep in mind, like, your goal isn't some sort of I don't know. It's more so, I don't want to say it's a destination, but it is, right? And you need a vehicle to get there. So the vehicle to get there is just going to be those daily action steps that you can apply day in and day out. So yeah, take a big goal, something that you want to accomplish, break that down into smaller goals, and then go after it. So if that means if you're setting a monthly goal for 1 month, right, then that means, and let's just say it's to make $100, right? Then that means every single week you need to figure out, okay, on the week I need to be at least $25 up, right, on every week. So you see how you have a bigger goal, and then week by week you break it down into little goals, and you know, you bring it down to the daily, right, all the way down to the daily. Do a fresh top-down analysis, time frame to time frame. So start big, work your way down, and just start implementing small daily actions that are going to ultimately get you to the bigger goal. Whatever you measure can be managed. Yep, that too.
So fire, man. Yeah. Set up that system for the goal.
Yes.
And then forget the goal and work the system.
Mr. V would say, Nick, let's get the goal, and then let's make the plan. And then after we make the plan, let's forget about the goal and focus on working the plan. That's it. That is it. So a lot of you guys have these goals to make a payout, and you're so focused on the payout, and you're not focused on the plan, right? So again, you got to focus, forget the goal, get the plan, forget the goal, work the plan, right? The plan will naturally, right, get you to the goal. So that's one thing I would really advise you guys to do. Not easy to do, but necessary. Especially if you want to turn some sort of a vision into a clear target, in, you know, to actually bring into your life. You're welcome, AJ. You're welcome. And try not to make your goals too vague. You know, most people, they don't fail because they don't have the goals. They fail because the goals aren't clear. They're too vague, which leads to emotions, and there's no connection to like a real system to go out and get it. So. Do I have any videos on how to journal properly? Yeah. There's a 2-hour webinar on journaling. That's how important journaling is to me. That I made a 2-hour webinar that's in the Clubhouse on how to journal, how to manifest things into your life, how to align with the version that you want to become. I've got it all in there. So yeah, check it out. How do you make decisions on the spot? I feel a bit too wary in my trading journey. I'm scared sometimes. A lot of it has to do with, well, you know, it's very easy to make a decision, right? Because it either lines up with my playbook or it doesn't. So it's either a yes or a no. You know, so for me, it's very easy to make those decisions on the fly or in the moment because it's either a playbook setup or it's not, right? So that helps me. Plus, obviously, experience in the game and, you know, just trading for a while now also helps as well. Yeah, look at that 15, nothing here. Yeah, nasty
Nothing, man.
transaction.
Nothing. It's chopped up.
Yes, sir.
Did Johnny go here?
Yeah, he bounced. He had to go.
Yeah, man, I'm about to dip here too. When are you done?
Alrighty. Yeah, I think I'm out.
Yeah, I
see.
mean,
any
we
last
chopped
minute
up here.
questions before we go? Any last minutes? Yeah, that's how they become
Sir.
real. Yeah. Big goals become real once you break them down into little goals, right? So one thing that I like to use the 12 month, right? The 90 day, right? And then like the weekly and daily. So this, if I'm looking at time frames for my goals, these are the time frames I'm checking, right? So I got a 12-month goal. I got a 90-day goal, right? I need to hit that if I want to be where I want to be in 12 months. If I want to hit my 90-day goal, then I got, you know, to make sure I do what I'm supposed to do on the weekly. And in order to get the weekly goal done, guess what? It all comes back to the daily. It all comes back to the here and now. So, yeah, you can use that 12-month vision. Like, where do I want to be 1 year from now? And you say, hey, by this year, I want to be healthier and happier and a more disciplined trader and more financially, you know, secure, more spiritually grounded, whatever it is that you want to be, right? More consistent in the trading craft or whatever. And then you break that down into 90-day goals, right? Like what would be the major win over the next 90 days? Like if you are actually going to get to that spot in life in 12 months, what would be the major wins 90 days from now? So, you know, if you're trying to lose weight, it would be lose X amount of pounds. If you're trying to get better in your trading, it would maybe be maybe not even payouts, maybe just passing 2 accounts, passing 3 accounts or something. Maybe you want to get, I don't know, like just better at personal growth and development. So it's like, all right, let me read 3 books in the next 90 days would be a massive victory for me. So you just got to create your targets and, you know, go out and, you know, work towards them every day. Yeah, break that down into weekly and then daily. Would you recommend backtesting if you're trying to get down to the playbook? Yeah, I don't see why not. Yeah, go sample size the setups and all that stuff. Yep. Is there a difference between free and paid Discord? Yeah, I mean the Clubhouse has much more stuff than the regular Discord. So yeah, there's definitely a difference.
Yeah, you'll also see like outside of sessions too, where a lot of people are typically online and active. So if you see something on the charts and you're unsure and stuff, you can always, you know, be in there with like-minded.
Yeah, and then the Clubhouse also has all the whole course and all that stuff and the webinars and all that good stuff. So there's a big difference. Big difference. Thanks for being here. You're welcome. Of course. All right, let me just see here. Let me see if there's anything else. Just want to say appreciate your time. Yes, of course, brother. Of course. Happy to do it. Okay, I think we're good. I'm going to take all my willpower not to over leverage on the next trade. You don't have to, brother. Do you guys see me over leveraging all the time? Do you guys see me over trading? Do you guys see me? You don't see me do any of that, right? Yet I made a lot of money here so far this year, last year and the year before, right? So you know you can make money without doing all that stuff. You can make money by securing base hits. You can make money by taking just playbook setups only. You can make money by taking 1 to 2 trades a day, max, right there. You don't have to over leverage. Actually, I've never met anyone that made money consistently that over leveraged. So that should tell you right there, like, why would I over leverage if no one's made money consistently by over leveraging? Yet people have made money consistently by following the edge. So, you know, you gotta at some point put 2 and 2 together and use the brain, right? Use the noggin a little bit. Say over leveraging leads to unprofitability. Following edge and using good risk leads to profitability, right? And you just gotta start moving that way, moving forward. Yeah, you can do it, man. You can do it. And we'll be here to help you every step of the way. All right, I think we're good. I want to rejoin the clubhouse.
man.
Come on in, my friend. We'll see you in there. If you guys aren't in the clubhouse, step in to the winner circle. There's so much going on in there. You have no idea what you're missing out on. A lot of great stuff happening in the community all over the place. So we'll be back in the Asian session tonight with the clubhouse. For those of you guys that are going to be there, we'll see you then. Magnus, thanks for coming to the NY Sesh. Have fun.
Of course, man. Tomorrow we'll see you again.
Yeah, I'll see you tomorrow.
Yes, sir. Great session here. I appreciate you.
Yes, sir. All right, G's. Y'all have a great day. Many, many blessings to you and your family. And I hope y'all have a wonderful rest of the day here. And I'll see you guys on the next session. Clubhouse, we'll see you in the Asian sesh. Everybody else, we'll see y'all back here tomorrow.
Most definitely.
New York sesh.
God bless y'all. Have a great day.
Blessings.
Yeah.
Adios.
See you next.
Later, G's.
Yeah,
We gone.
Local legend, but the whip I got is foreign. Extraordinary, yeah, I feel like Alex Warren does. Please will not be calling me if it is not important. If I don't see no dollar signs there, then I'm ignoring them. Got a couple kids nowadays that I'm supporting. Turn it down 100,000, I wasn't bored enough. Yeah, I wasn't bored enough. I'd rather stay at home, just the four of us. Knock, 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 say hello to opportunity. Show them everything that I be doing, think it's doing me. Check, 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 everything I do is to a T. And only other corner hitting hardest in the USC. Oh, Irish in my blood and all that money keep on doubling. I ain't tried to ball cause I ain't really one for fumbling. Made a couple M's, went gold, now I'm loving it. Drive through them all, can't stomach it. One time cause I had to prove it to myself. 2 times doing that for everybody else. 3 times just to put the trophy on the shelf. 4 times just because I couldn't, I ain't doing nothing else. Local legend, but the whip I got is foreign. Extraordinary, yeah, I feel like Alex Warren does. Please will not be calling me if it is not important. If I don't see no dollar signs there, then I'm ignoring them. Got a couple kids nowadays that I'm supporting. Turn it down 100,000, I wasn't bored enough. Yeah, I wasn't bored enough. I'd rather stay at home just to, now wait, second thought. Maybe take a trip down to Florida. Need to change the weather, Tennessee just wasn't warm enough. Son and everybody, they been eating out the formula. Everybody talking, but at least they ain't ignoring us. Ayy, reservations for 20 at Coast Show. Like that iceberg, I'm tipping a boatload. Got incredible friends, yeah, they froze on. Taking hits on the one like I'm Soto. Catalog multiples of double digits. Staring at the number like it's double vision. That's what happens when you trust the vision. But keep it humble for the juxtaposition. I changed my life overnight with a couple decisions. Stay working like there's somebody who's coming to get it. And don't get caught up in the talking and the public opinion. Yeah, I had different functions cause I'm functioning different. Hey, 1 time cause I had to prove it to myself. 2 times doing that for everybody else. 3 times just to put the trophy on the shelf. 4 times just because I couldn't, I ain't doing nothing else. Local legend, but the whip I got is foreign. Extraordinary, yeah, I feel like Alex Warren does. Please will not be calling me if it is not important. If I don't see no dollar signs there, then I'm ignoring them. Got a couple kids nowadays that I'm supporting. Turn it down 100,000, I wasn't bored enough. Yeah, I wasn't bored enough. I'd rather stay at home with the 4 of us.